What's going on, everybody? I'm Jeremy, and you guys are watching Morphles Morse. We've got two amazing guests tonight. It's going to be a fun episode, I have no doubt. We have the one and only Jim and Angie of Jar Pythons. It's going to be a great episode, folks. I'm glad you're all here. We've got a lot of people in the chat already, so thank you, everybody, for chatting it up there. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button for me. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that the subscribe button for me. Fumbled there a little bit. I've been talking and doing ads and commercials and stuff here like the past 2 hours. I'm a little tongue-tied by this point. But make sure you guys definitely check it out. Here is a link to our YouTube Patreon. It's like the YouTube membership thing. Check it out. There's some really awesome perks depending which tier you go with. I'd love to have you guys become a member of the Morphles Morse family. So let's just dive into it. Let's get Jim and Angie out here because that's who you guys are all here to see. I'm sure you guys don't want to see my ugly mug. So let's bring them out. Jim and Angie.
Sure, second my ugly mug.
It's the unfiltered mom juice.
It's Mom Juice Sunday.
It is. It's a preview for Monday.
Doesn't have the right ring to it, though. Mom Juice Monday's just got a nice flowing ring to it.
I know. Yeah. There's no filter. It's broken. It's broken anyways. So,
I like it. I like it. So let's say hi to some of the people that are here in the audience so far, because we are at 24 people off the start. So you guys got a lot of people that love you.
Oh, awesome.
That's awesome. Thank you. We appreciate it. We don't ignore on purpose. I have a problem. So I rely. This man mainly does it. I don't know. I commit to crap, and Jim's like, shit, Angie. That's pretty much how it works.
Nathan, what's up, bro? Thank you for tuning in, Nathan.
Yes.
If you haven't noticed, Nathan from Infinite Possible Pythons is one of our sponsors for this week's episode.
Yeah, it's
We've
right there.
also got 2 other sponsors. We'll go through that here shortly. I just want to say hi to some of you people first.
Thank you, Nathan.
My awesome, not youngest niece anymore, but my awesome niece, Lexi. What is up, Lexi Luhu? Good to see you, girl.
That Waffles was found. Is that who that is?
Oh, I like
that's my niece.
That's
She's been slacking. This is like the first live she's called in like a couple weeks, probably almost a month.
Oh, awesome.
Well, you picked the right one because we're loads of fun. Like
they are, Lexi. They are, and I'm sure my brother's listening in too. So thanks, Josh, for watching and letting Lexi join us tonight.
It is a touch screen.
Ken, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. John, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in, dude.
My nerd.
We've got
possession. Look, there's my sister.
We've got
and,
sister Angie
brother-in-law.
and Jeff. Mr. Donahue, as you always call him.
Hey, Patrick.
I was trying, but I get sidetracked, and then it was a teaching moment with our child. So
Right.
We've got Phil from Finger Sticks. What's up?
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in, Phil. Tammy, what's going on? Ed, what is up, dude? I've got some new developments that came up here. So this year we are going to be getting the carpet enclosures done, bro. But yeah, I'll go over some stuff. We've had it's just been a very big crapshoot right here with the carpet python stuff. It's actually developed into where I need to make a video on it.
The carpet that we saw, she held one at Bar Checks.
I think so.
Yep.
Not a carpet.
Marino, thanks for tuning in. You're a new face. Definitely hit that subscribe button for me. I appreciate you coming in. Thanks for tuning in.
It is Marino.
It's Marino.
It's not Mario, which is what I call him.
That's like Angie with the juicy G.
Yep, Marino, yes. And we are looking forward to reconnecting in Arlington. So absolutely.
Awesome.
Chris, there's Sammy with
what's up?
How you guys doing? Chris with BNS.
Oh, you guys are way down there then.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, dude.
Stephen and
He's
Courtney
just-
from
I'm over here just scrolling up and down, dude. Just checking it out.
Don't mind Jim. He just figured out that it's a touch
Oh yeah,
screen.
it's a touch screen. I didn't know that.
I don't let him touch
She
it.
told me, she was like, "Hey, the mouse. I'm keeping the mouse under here. Is that okay?" And
'Cause
I'm
I
like,
have
"Yeah, you
control
don't have control
issues."
issues or anything."
Just a little
She didn't
bit.
tell me that this was a touch screen, and I'm sure she's like, "God damn it, he knows now." And she's not happy.
Dang, damn it.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to turn it off. Hey, it's Leviathan.
Yep, it's
How's the baby?
Stephen and Courtney from Leviathan. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in tonight. More Forge, what is up? Let's see here. We've got John from Inquiline. John, thank you, dude, for
Yes.
tuning in. Everybody, while we're saying hi to John here, first of all, John, I want to thank you, dude, for being one of, actually, you were the first member of our YouTube membership. So thank you, dude, for all your support. On top of it, the 16th, which is tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's the 16th, right? Yeah, tomorrow's the 16th. Everybody, I will be on John's live stream tomorrow. I think it's 8 p.m. if I'm not mistaken, John.
Yep.
Correct me on that.
I saw too.
I'm pretty sure it is 8 p.m.
8 p.m. our time. Okay.
Eastern time.
Eastern, yeah.
So make sure you guys check us out on his live stream. It's going to be a blast, I'm sure. We'll probably dive into some of what the heck's been going on here.
Right.
There's some I've been throwing a slight curveball, put it that way.
Yeah.
A big curveball.
Okay.
We'll just let it at that. Mako Morph, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. There we go. Chris, what's up, brother? Thank you for sponsoring this week's episode as well, dude.
You know what? I have to tell him that Chris is a huge supporter because Chris reached out to us for several of you, but reached out to us to secretly do something for you. So Chris is bad. I know, but I'm saying Chris is badass.
Yeah, that was cool.
Chris is awesome. I love. All right, I will. Here, hold on. I'm going to show it off real quick because I do love this thing. I loved it that much that the last clutch of the season, I was supposed to cut my clutch on it, and I forgot to because I didn't want to screw it up. But everybody, look at that.
You were awesome. One of, was he the first that we did glitter? He was the first we did glitter.
No, we're talking about Chad's first.
That's right, Chad.
On
Chad
EADs,
was, EAD. But yes, yep.
That's where you figured out about how much glitter to put in there.
Yes, his was the one that's right. Yep.
I just love that thing, guys. That is awesome.
That's awesome. We love doing it. That was fun to kind of because some of you guys actually reached out to us and said, "Hey, we would like to do that." And I'm sitting there going, "Dude, yours is done. Dude, yours is done."
We're not allowed to tell you.
We're not allowed to tell you, but yours is done. And I was sitting there going, "Yeah, yeah."
I think that was one of the lives you guys were doing with Angie.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think it was like one of the first Mom Juice Mondays or something like that. I was like, I need to get a cutting board from you guys. And you're just like,
We'll get right on top of that, sir.
That's where
we'll get right on top of it. And yours was sitting already wrapped up and done. And
that's where my ADHD kicks in. Sure.
But Chris is awesome. And Chris, thank you for sponsoring this week's episode as well. If you guys need Coco to go, ball pythons, blood pythons, colubrids, he's got pine snakes, bull snakes. I don't know what he has available, but check him out. All of his information is in the description below, along with Nathan's. So check them out because they've got some killer stuff. Definitely check them out. Thank you, Chris, for sponsoring. H&H Pythons, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. You're a new face as well.
Hey, Kate.
I see. There you go. You know them. All right. That's awesome. So you brought a lot of people out. We got Jolly in the audience. What's up, Jolly?
Yes.
Jason Earls Exotics. Thanks for tuning in. Clover's Reptiles.
Oh,
I'm gonna attempt this, but I know I'm gonna butcher it. Alvaro. Did I say that right?
Sounds right to me.
If I attempted, I'm sorry.
That was a good guess. If it's not right, it was a dang good guess.
I don't know if I got LMK, but Ken, thanks for tuning in as well. Let's see here. We got Sammy Vargas. What's going on? Thanks for tuning in.
We can make those. I found them.
John, what's up?
That's funny.
Am I catching up to the end here? H&M, what's going on?
Mr.
You're
Hugh.
Close.
We have to call him Mr. Hugh because that's what I call him.
Mr.
He
Hugh.
doesn't like it, but I call him Mr. Hugh.
I'm going to try to. We've got my good buddy Joe from the Gettysburg Reptile Expo LLC, which is another sponsor of this week's episode. And while Joe's in here, because this is kind of also the trial run of the new ad. So let's just play this ad real quick because I really, really appreciate Joe and the Gettysburg Reptile Expo LLC for sponsoring this week's episode. Gettysburg Reptile Expo LLC is located at the All-Star Event Complex in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. A 45,000 square foot venue with 125 plus vendors and top quality breeders, along with 270 plus tables. If you're looking for a python, boa, colubrid, gecko, lizard, or amphibian, you've come to the right place. Doesn't matter if you're a breeder looking for that missing piece to your project or a pet owner looking for your next scaly friend, Gettysburg Reptile Expo LLC has you covered. Need an incubator or rack system? They have you covered with sea serpents set up there to meet all your needs. The next show dates are March 18th, July 15th, and November 11th of 2023. Show times are from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Make sure to check them out on their website, Instagram, and Facebook. Mark your calendars because this is one show you don't want to miss. So I'll see you at Gettysburg Reptile Expo LLC. Thank you, Joe, and the Gettysburg Reptile Expo LLC for sponsoring this week's episode as well. It's a true pleasure working with Joe and everybody there. Let's see here. I kind of lost track of where I was at, though. We got Chad. What's up, Chad? Good to see you, bro.
Otherwise known as OGC.
Yeah, the OGC.
That's what I call him.
OGC.
He's original gangster Chad. So he will always be OGC to me. But I do, Mr. Chad teaches with special needs, which is one of the things that Miranda, what are you doing? Oh, sorry. This is real life, folks. We have two 15-year-olds at home. So, but no, Chad teaches special needs and Miranda wants to do that too. So,
oh, nice.
It's awesome that he does that. There aren't enough people that do that. So.
No, there's really not. I know my mom always said I would be a good person to do that. I told her I told her that you don't really know your son that well then.
Yeah.
Because I know my capabilities and I know I would say something really, really stupid and I would regret it. And it would be game over from there. It's like, I love you, Mom, but it's like, that's just not my cup of tea. I don't have the patience for it.
That was Gershon.
Yep.
Ashley, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. You're probably at work, so thank you very much for tuning in with us tonight. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, bro. We'll keep running with it the way it is then if you approve of it. Thank you very much, sir.
It looks awesome.
Thank you. That was like the last year's ad. It was done up by another person, but I reworked it a little bit and I had to get rid of the music because there's copyright issues with it. So this year it's all footage that I shot while vending the last show, which isn't easy to sneak off from a table to get footage and do interviews.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah.
I don't know how you guys do it. I can't. I'd have to have someone do it because I'm too big. I couldn't pay attention, and two, I just wander around. So there's no way. Somebody else, there's no way. I couldn't do it.
Hey, Gershon.
Yep. What's up, Gershon? Thanks for tuning in, bro. Good to see you. I know,
Gershon, we got to chit chat because I talked to Kurt, and we got to chit chat afterwards. I got to get you a shirt.
Ooh.
For Mr. Kurtwood.
My big thing was when I left the table, I had to let Dom in charge. Now, thankfully, we had Danny from DTMG, which is a good friend of ours, sit up right beside us.
Right.
But anybody that knows the stories of Dom and Expos, especially guys in our group chat, Dom kind of sleeps most of the time. He'll tell you what a great time he had, but it's like, dude, you were awake for maybe like an hour out of the whole day.
That's hilarious.
Like, I have to tell him, like, dude, stand up.
Make sure you stand up.
Like, stand up. If anybody wants to see anything, here's the keys. Yep. You know, it's like,
don't lean against
there
anything.
and please don't fall asleep.
Okay, yeah, that'd be funny.
So were you at the show this weekend?
There was a show this weekend, but I couldn't make it, for one, and two, I don't have enough stuff to even justify vending it. I'm down to 3 babies. That's it.
That's not bad at all.
That's a good problem to have.
That's a good problem to have.
And I was actually kind of shocked that I have the 3 that I have. The one I'm not, it's just a pastel het clown male. But the other 2, the one is Bumblebee male het desert ghost, which is phenomenal looking. He's got a really neat head pattern to him. No wobble either, folks. No wobble. And the other one is a female pewter het clown. So if she doesn't go, I'm okay with keeping her.
I was going to say, definitely. For sure,
she glows. She's absolutely gorgeous looking.
That's awesome.
I'm okay if she stays. The 2 males I'd like to see go, but we'll see. We'll see how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've at least got something for Gettysburg because
that's the big show coming up. Because where are you from?
Pennsylvania.
Okay, are you? Okay, Pennsylvania.
I don't even know he would have gone to Oaks. Is that the one?
That's
they
the
went
one
to?
that was this.
Oaks was Saturday. Yeah,
right.
Which
is that something you would go to? Is that close enough for you?
It is. Yeah, I actually vended that. That was the last show I vended. And it was right before Christmas, and I sold out basically. I came home with, I think I took 11 or 12 animals, and I came home with 4.
Oh, that's not bad at all, dude.
So I had a great day. I think all said and done is all it was just shy of a grand that I made that day, and it was all just lower end stuff that I thought I was going to have a hard time moving. So
it
was really nice to have that. What I considered a successful show.
I don't know that you are.
What's up, Lindsay? Thanks for tuning in. Snugster. The link for BNS is in the description, so just go there, click it. It'll take you right to everything that he's got. Or Chris, there you go. Chris dropped it for you as well. Yeah, everybody that's sponsoring this week's episode, the links are in the description. Just check it out. Let's see here. So tell us enough about me chit-chatting and shooting the crap. Let's hear a little bit about you guys. What got you guys started? How'd you get into where you're at this point?
I would say originally, we'll blame my son, not blame him, but we'll say Alex. But so we used to smoke. And so we never smoked in our house. So we would always go out to the garage and smoke.
Okay.
So in essence, I would have her kind of as a captive audience. So I would play my Brian Barczyk all the time. That's when I watched Brian Barczyk, is when we were in the garage having a cigarette, and we'd watch Brian Barczyk. Well,
okay.
And I
would always point out and go, "Hey, look at this one. Hey, look at this one. Hey, look at this one." So
let me light another marble.
Yeah, exactly.
You're crazy.
So
but show me dogs.
That was that,
and I'll go get dogs.
So that was a while.
Yeah.
And then Alex kind of was pushing to get one. And then so we eventually went to the Midwest Reptile Show,
which is at the Indiana State Fairgrounds.
Yep. And she was ready to get one then, and I was like, we don't have anything. We're not ready for this, you need to be ready first. So immediately we went.
Alex and I were in tears,
and they were mad at me because I said no, not yet.
Yep.
So that afternoon she was on the internet buying things, Here's our mind. Bing, 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 bing.
I pulled Alex out of school the next day.
Yep. So we had a snake the next day because we had everything set up and ready.
And Alex and I drove to Ohio and picked up Petey, who was the very first ball python.
Yep. A super pastel. Yep. Well, he's a super fly.
Yes.
So a super pastel fire.
Yep.
Those are sharp looking. I like those.
And then what was it? Was it 2 weeks later?
2 weeks later, we got Penny.
And then he went out deer hunting, and
they went to another snake show to get mice. To get mice to feed the snake, to feed the 2 snakes we had. and then came home with a third snake.
I was like,
That's
it's
kind of how
Alex's
it does
fault.
go.
And
So-
it
You gotta
went
have a
down
lot
real
of willpower to not come home with something. You
Oh
really do.
yeah.
So then he started going, you can't go to shows without
You're not allowed
me.
to go to shows without me.
You think he would
Because
have learned this?
I would have. I'm normally the one that says no. We can't have that right now. So
Well, yes, we can.
so then she found Morph Market, and then it was like downhill from there. And as soon as she figured out that we can just go to FedEx and pick them up, didn't have to be local.
The back.
Yeah, hence
rack.
everywhere else back there,
Yeah.
and all the other stuff in the closet and in the racks back there. So
And Alex kind of fell out of it.
Right.
And then
And Miranda-
Miranda
and this
got
is
into
where-
it.
and this is where it's kind of funny because to begin with, the
Oh,
very first
yeah.
reptile show, Miranda and I was kind of standoffish.
Yep.
And so we kind of fell back a little bit while Angie and Alex were just doo-doo-doo, they
I was like,
right
let's
on.
buy this
They were
one.
going. They were going to.
Let's
They were going
buy
to buy
this one.
something. So we kind of sat back, and she was like, "I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at that." And I was like,
I don't want to touch
okay.
it. I don't
I
want
said,
to do
"Okay."
this.
And I was trying to find a way just to get her to relate to it. I said, "Well," I said, "You know how you like paintings and you like that stuff like that." And she goes, "Yeah." I said, "Well, that's basically what we're looking at. We're looking at different paintings for the snakes." I said, "Just appreciate them for the colors and their patterns, and appreciate it for what it is. You don't have to touch it. You don't have to do anything with it." Well, after she agreed with that, and we looked at them, and once she finally held one, then it was game on from there. And once I told her what, because at the time in 92, I saw blue-eyed leucistic for the first time. And I went, "Oh my God, what is that?" And the guy said, "Well, if you don't have $150,000, you're not buying it." And I went, "Oh," and he goes, "That's a blue-eyed leucistic." I went, "Oh my God, that's the most beautiful snake I'd ever seen in my life."
Yeah.
And I always wanted one. So when we had the chance, that was the very first snake that we actually bred was a GHI Mojave to my Pastavi.
Yep.
And thank God we came out and she had one Super Mojave. And that's Miranda's snake, and that's her favorite snake. That's the one that's her ride or die. So,
And if I ever have enough mom juice, I might show you the video because it was super special. I was like, "Oh my God," losing my mind as we're cutting these eggs. Oh, it's Juicy G. I do have to give a shout out to Miss
my
Juicy
God, that's
G. Juicy G. Make sure you check out tomorrow's Mom Juice Monday. Juicy G might make an appearance.
and then she became like she says right here. And
yes, blue jar.
then once she got some snakes and she said, "You know what? I want to do something like this." And we said, "Okay."
Yep. I thought
Then-
the whole time I was like, "Yeah, this is going to be a fad. It's not going to go anywhere." No, she took it and ran with it, and
then we surprised her with making her basically going, "Okay, what can we do with ours?" And then
our
so
logo.
we got the original
Yeah.
idea from a mason jar, or
You
from a
did.
jar from a because we live in we used to live in Muncie, that's where the Jar Brothers were, and so the idea was our name Jar J for me, Jim, Angie, Rafus, Pythons.
That's
so
where
Rafus is our
Jar
last name.
came
That's where
from.
Jar came from. And then we thought, well,
Okay.
God, a mason jar. That's how cool is that? Have a snake wrapped around it, blah, blah, blah. So then for hers, we thought, okay, she likes the blue-eyed Lucy's. So everybody likes the blue mason jars. That's the ones that everybody collects, the blue ones. And so we thought, you know what, let's do that. So we just put a blue-eyed Lucy around there and then made the jar blue. And
Yep.
there she started.
So we did a live reveal for her, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it was
for
pretty
her
fun.
To do it.
That was really fun.
She's taken off. She has her own snake rack in her own room.
Yep.
She feeds. So if Jim plays in traffic for his real job, so sometimes he's out of town, and we do frozen thawed feeds. And we've had a few that have had to do lives, and I'm like, "Oh shit, what am I gonna?" I apologize. It is what it is, right? I'm like, "Crap, if you're gone, what the hell am I gonna do?" Miranda. Not that just because I've never done live feedings, but
Yeah.
Miranda's there. Miranda will do it.
Yep.
If I have questions about it, I go to her if he's not here for it. So she is she's taken
Yep, she's taking the reins, you know, taking the bull by the horns, and she's taking it for all it's worth. So
Alex started it, and Miranda took it and ran with it. It's funny.
See, that's cool though. That it's a whole family thing, basically.
Right.
I don't think there's a whole lot of families where it's basically the whole family in on it.
Yep.
Even though Miranda's kind of on her own entity, so to
Correct.
speak, it's still the family thing, though.
It is.
I think that's really cool. I think that's for me, that's something I'm hoping that I can still pull Dom back in. Because technically Dom has one ball python, which we breed Macchiato. She's the lesser girl that we have that gave us our first bell this past season.
I will ask real quick, and I'll interrupt you. Did he ask you did he go, hey, am I getting any money from that?
Oh my God.
You're not doing a damn thing and just owning the snake. That's our son's thing. He's like, so am I going to get any money? You haven't done anything, Alex. I take care of your snake, son.
He did, and my brother gives me a whole bunch of crap over it too. I did give him some money out of it.
Okay.
Just because of how we didn't have as many clutches as I wanted this season. I didn't give him as much as I would have liked to. But I explained it to him. I forget how much it even was.
All right, something's better.
I told him, I was like, dude, you got to realize, these babies took food. Yep. You know, I had to pay for the babies. I had to pay to feed your snake. All the work I put into for your snake.
Yep.
It's like,
bedding,
this is a business, so to speak. It's like, I know I love you. You're my son, but welcome to the real world, buddy. Laboring.
Like paying taxes. Yeah. Your
taxes are due, son. Already, because Evil Knievel is one that we produced that is Alex's girl, and we're actually pairing her to make heads with one of. Is Mr. Weasley the most? Mr. Weasley.
He's our the one powerhouse male that we have.
He's the one powerhouse
I'm putting him to
male.
quite a few things this year because he just got up to size.
I will tell you, it was. I wish I would have had a video camera when I took Mr. Weasley out and I put him in my dad's hands and I said, "Hey, Dad,
it's X number of dollars. Yeah,
you're holding X dollars," and he looked at me like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, are you nuts?
Yeah, he was like, "What the hell?" But So tell him that all the time.
Third Eye wants to know, how long have you been in the hobby?
We started, I think it was 17.
Yeah, 2017.
Okay. Late 17 is when we started.
So Jim really did when we went to the first Midwest Reptile show, I was like, hey, I need to see them at all ages. I said, I need to see how big they're going to get. I need to see all this. I'm an animal person. We have animals. We have 4 dogs and 3 cats, and we have a lot of things. So
red Ackie.
We have a red Ackie. We have a frog. We have a leopard gecko. But we have I've always been about fur babies. I'm like, hey, look, let's go see this dog. And Jim's like, we're not going to look at it. We're going to pick it up.
Yeah, we've never gone to look at a dog. We go to buy dogs. We've never, ever gone to look at a dog.
Never went to just look at the dog.
Never. When she says, I want to go look at a dog, I just go to the bank and get whatever. How much is looking at this dog cost? Yep. Okay, that's all I need to know. Let's go.
So, and now I've taken to, hey, sweetheart, you're getting a Christmas present.
Yeah.
That's where Clover
came from.
If y'all don't know, we picked up Clover. Clover's a fur baby. She came from Pope County, from Randy at Pope County.
Pythons, yeah. Crap, I keep hitting this, and I'm sorry.
Hey, don't worry. A bunch of times I bump into my thing, too. Chris and Moreforge want to know what Mr. Weasley is.
Oh, yeah. So Mr. Weasley is...
he's a clown pied. He's a lemon blast inchy clown pied.
Yep. He came from Troy at Best Dressed Balls. He is, So we used to breed Rottweilers and Basset Hounds, and I've wanted an English Bulldog and stuff like that, and they're expensive. And Jim and I have always been like, oh my God, we're not paying that much for a snake.
Yeah, we're not paying that. Well, we're not paying that much for an animal.
We're not paying that much for an animal.
And then when we did buy him, I looked at her and I went, look, I really can't say no when you ask for this dog now, because the dog is way cheaper than that snake we just bought. So I can't complain anymore. So
I was literally harassing Troy from Best Dressed Balls. oh my God, we have to have this. Please, please, please. And if y'all haven't talked to Troy with Best Dressed, you want to talk about class act, the man, he breeds quality. But yes, we picked up Mr. Weasley from him, and all of our animals. I know we are Billy. Billy does sponsor our daughter. He's our daughter's mentor from Mutation Creation. I know you're not supposed to name them, but they come named. They come in this house and they're named. Yeah. So they are Big Bang Theory, and they are, hey, Jesse.
Jesse just popped in.
And they are, who just came? Okay. They come in and they get named. So it's Big Bang Theory. It's Harry Potter. It is Young Sheldon. Miranda has Frozen and Twilight. It's a name thing.
I was going to say, I remember the live when Miranda was on there with Angie for for Angie's live.
For the ladies,
for Ladies of the Night.
Yeah.
You would have thought I would have lost 10 pounds running up and down them damn stairs.
Like when Miranda was going through the names, I thought it's like, good grief. It's like Hadley would love this. I was like, Hadley at that time was obsessed with Frozen and all these other. Wasn't there one that was a Moana name too, like a Maui or something?
Yep.
It's
we love Moana.
Like Hadley would have loved it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and if Hadley, Miranda is all about that. So she loves talking to the kids about it. Kara Shea. I don't know if Kara Shea's in here, but we met her through. Is that the last bag?
No.
There should be one more. There should be. Hadley should talk to Miranda about should talk to Miranda about should get on there with her because Miranda loves Frozen and all that stuff. I'm sorry, we live a normal life. I have children raiding the food cabinet as they walk past. God forbid they take my treats.
I went upstairs, or I was down here working. I went upstairs to get something, and Hadley had raided the cupboard, and there was chip bags and cereal bags all over the floor.
That's awesome.
And I'm like, what in the world are you doing? And she just looks up at me, smiles, gets back into the cabinet, pulls out this thing of bunny grams that were buried somewhere in there. She goes, open. It's just like, really?
I need some more to eat.
It's just, and Hadley's going on 3, so she's getting to the point where she's communicating with you a lot better.
Right.
But, oh my God, the things that come out of that little girl's mouth, it's just like, what the world?
Yeah, I get back from the grocery store, Jim does. I'm like, we got to hide this shit because I don't want the kids to get it. I gotta have my own special stash.
Yep. Like if stuff for me for work, I have to put it up really high on the shelf so that way none of the kids can reach it.
Oh yeah.
Even Dom, sometimes if you don't want Dom to get something, you gotta put it top shelf.
Oh yeah.
Hide it because he
or
can
in the
reach
freezer full of rats and frozen eggs. Then they won't go out there.
See that wouldn't stop Dom.
I know.
Let's see here. Chris says he names all of his snakes.
That's good.
We tried not to, and it doesn't necessarily mean that. There are some that we had from the beginning that I will never ever get rid of. So Petey, he was our very first one. He's Purdue.
Yeah, he's never done anything for us, but
we don't
like
have.
Him.
He is what he is. And then we have Penny. So Penny came from Big Bang Theory. She's our Pastave. She produced Elsa, which is the bell that Miranda has. And Evil Knievel, which is Alex's. And Penny will never go anywhere. But we have other ones. We have Charlie. We have Mr. Wallowitz, Mrs. Wallowitz, Missy, Amy Farrah Fowler. They're all, So it's, and then obviously we got Pavardi, and then we got into Harry Potter and stuff. I don't know. It just makes it easier. But I also have learned that, we've got some that we're going to send to some very good friends of ours that are named already.
Oh, okay.
So,
they have to stay named, yeah.
And they'll stay named Cheesecake and Finnick, and so it is what it is. Oh yeah, so Star Wars. Alex has Star Wars in the mix.
Yep. Well, that and Evil Knievel. He just picked Evil Knievel because the pattern on it
She looks like motorcycles.
She has like motorcycles. She's a
She's
GHI Mojave.
Oh yeah, she's got a
Ooh,
sick
Pattern.
I
Just
love
her
GHI Mojave
dorsal pattern is sick.
It's
and
crazy.
it just looks all just screwed up all to hell, and it's pretty awesome.
So my GHI Mojave male is basically patternless on the side. He's got the dorsal stripe. He's got his sides are like bright gray. And then up towards the top, then you get black, but then you got this really nice gold stripe.
Now it's a solid stripe.
Yeah, it's basically. I can pull it out.
Like right?
Yeah.
You know what the best thing is too is my previous job, because I've changed jobs since we started. Where I worked beforehand, it was near the FedEx hub where that looks like Stuart.
Yeah, that looks like Stuart. Yeah, and then
now he's actually like, as I say, he's not fired up.
Yeah,
like, this guy he gets insanely bright and blushes his head out to where he looks like he almost has like pastel to him.
Oh yeah.
But
I picked our GHI Mojave up at the FedEx hub, and I had to go back to work, and so I put him in the box, and I took him back to work, and I was texting one of my friends, and I was like, "Hey, I got a snake in my bag."
So yeah, her pattern's on, and I love the pattern on the back.
Yeah, see, I love the dorsal patterns on the GHI Mojave.
And then ours has our male that fathered her is like yours, has that solid dorsal pattern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know where no clue why it's so broken up and everything, but all of her, I think she had one of her brothers that had a solid line down. So I don't know if the type of Mojave that the other half, the Mojave made it do that, or
I've been trying to figure it out too, because I kept back one of his daughters that out of the pairing. I paired him to my pastel banana our first season, and I held back a banana GHI Mojave.
Okay.
And I'd pull her out. She's in shed. She kind of doesn't look the greatest at the moment, but she's got like her dorsal stripe looks like it's on fire. So my wife named her Katniss from
from
Hunger Games.
Yeah, Hunger Games.
So she got that name like basically right off the start, and I contemplated about getting rid of her because so many people were wanting her from me.
Right.
Just like the pattern and all that stuff, because she has some side pattern, but not a lot. But it's like, you know what? She's not for sale. It's like, I want to see if I can keep going with that.
Right.
Try to keep that flaming dorsal, but maybe get rid of the side pattern totally.
Right.
Down the line. So we'll see. She's almost breeding size. She was locking up. She's beyond that 1,000 gram mark.
Right.
And I'm trying with what Austin had said about, once they hit that like 1,200 gram mark, try pairing them and see what happens.
Oh yeah.
So
this is the first time we paired her, and we paired her with the Mr. Weasley. So here, no, you're fine.
Pull Mr. Weasley out.
Fine. You're fine.
Show that pretty boy.
So yes, let me put you guys up on the big screen here. If I remember, there we go. Bloop.
Did you pull him out? No. Well, pull him out.
Everybody, while they're getting one of the snakes out, I just want to go ahead and say, one second here. What's up, Luke? Thanks for tuning in. Everybody, super chats, all super stickers, all that stuff. It's going to go toward feeding the snakes, getting the carpet pythons, new enclosures, that type of thing. It's just, super chats are greatly appreciated. And it's just going to go toward basically helping fund some of the awesome things here in the future. So
but one of the bonuses to Mr. Weasley is that he is the first snake that bit Jim in
20 years.
20 years. I was so excited. I text Troy and I said, "Oh my God, he bit Jim. It was awesome."
See, that's really crazy looking.
He is, so he is a lemon blast pinstripe inchy.
No, he's a lemon blast inchy clown pine.
Okay, so is lemon blast got the pin? Okay,
pinstripe pastel.
The Gene dude is next to me. I'm just,
You're a fan of white.
I am. I try to be, but no, he is top quality. He has several females that he's going to, and I have to give props to Miranda because Miranda worked with him and making him not be so nervous and striking and a jerk. And she will talk to them and she will work with them. Because who was it that bit me?
That was Proton.
Okay, so we have a banana pie boy that bit me. It was the first snake that bit me. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm done. It took me a while to come back around. And Miranda worked with him. And I'll be honest, I was scared. And it was like a rubber band snap, but it was the first time I'd ever been bit.
Yeah, that's
that's more the shock of actually getting hit than anything. I don't think it hurts. It's just that shock factor. I just got bit.
Yep.
And I had never been bit before. And so now, like the clutch that we had, was at the end of last year? Yeah, the end of last year, we had our VPI clutch. And I think, oh my God, I think I've been bit like
a couple times. I've been bit a couple times.
7 to 8 times by them little feisty shits.
Oh,
But Miranda will go in and she will work with them.
Well, so I had her watch Justin Kabelka. I think it was Justin Kabelka that said, if you have a snake that's doing nothing but wanting to bite you, he said, just ball it up, stick it in your hand and ball it up. And so that's all she would do. So the one time she got bit, she looked at me. She's like, oh my God, I think I just got bit. And I said, you did just get bit. Are you okay? And she goes, yeah, it really didn't feel like anything. I said, that's exactly right. So there's nothing to be scared of anymore. Yeah. So it was kind of a good thing that she did get bit, because she realized that if you do get bit, it's really no big deal. You're going to bleed for just a little bit. Yeah. And that's it, if anything.
But we manhandle all of our snakes. They're messed with. We mess with their heads. Yep. It's just, we baby talk to them. I have girlfriends that I work with, and they tell me I'm batshit crazy. One of their husbands does landscaping for a living, and he is deathly afraid of snakes. And his daughter is a good friend of Miranda's, and so Presley will come over to our house. And she likes to do it when it's a feeding weekend, and they will FaceTime her dad, and inevitably he will answer the FaceTime, and they're like, "Watch, Dad," and it's when they're feeding, and poor Damon is like, "You ass bags," and it's always at that point in time. So they tell me I'm crazy, but I will they want to see unboxings, and so I'll do unboxings, but they tell me I'm nuts, but
There's a lot of people that say that about me at work too. I'd say, hey, it's like, I love working with them. I was like, and you tell me a hobby you can enjoy as much as this, and you can make money at doing it at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think it exists.
Right.
Yep.
Third eye. Yes, I did get my ultrasound. There is one ultrasound video of me doing the ball pythons. And little heads up, everybody. Dom and I and Hadley did an ultrasounding of the carpet.
Okay.
So that will be, I have yet to edit that, but that is going to be coming up here in the near future.
How'd that go? Like you did you get tagged is what I'm saying.
I did not get tagged.
Okay, that's really what I was curious about, is if you got tagged or not. So.
Yeah, no, I didn't get tagged, but all right, I'm going to let a little bit slip here on this one. My whole carpet python debacle that I have going on at the moment. Everybody knows this was my year to breed Xena. Okay.
Right.
After throwing the male that I purchased for her in there with her for, let's see, since I think I introduced them in like towards the end of November, and I pull the male out here and there to, feed him, and then I put him back in.
Right.
So these two were cohabitating for weeks, essentially. There's no fighting. They would cuddle together. I just thought, okay, it's like, I started like the temperatures dropping here for a decent bit, and nothing was happening.
Okay. So
this week, or actually, I guess it was Saturday. Was it Saturday? Friday night? I think it was Saturday. Anybody that's in the group chat, correct me on that. I can't remember what day it even was. Jeremy B, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Nathan, no, I am not going to do a video on sex and
We're here in
carpets.
our house.
That was absolutely horrendous thing to try to attempt. But needless to say, I went through, I tried popping Xena, and I got spurred. So it's like, okay. It's like, now is that, did that come from the male and I just never saw them lock?
Right.
Because I've never heard of you being able to push that out of a female snake. But it's like, all right, I went and got the probe kit. She is definitely not a she. That probe went in there almost all but a 3/4 of an inch.
Damn.
She is very much a he. She pulled a juicy G on me.
No. Oh man.
I'm assuming when you pop them, it's the same as popping a.
Yeah, but I didn't have I think I wasn't down far enough. Like obviously, like if that probe sunk like almost an inch.
That's like
a ball python, you don't have to go that far down the tail.
No.
For a female, it almost stops almost immediately. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think I was down far enough to get the peens to pop out.
Okay.
But I had enough pressure to get some sperm to come out.
Okay.
So after doing that, it's like, okay, now I've got a problem.
You got 2 males sitting in there, yeah.
I got 2 males. Neither one of them they didn't fight though, which was what was like.
That's odd, yeah. That's
blowing.
Normally, you would think they would fight.
Yeah. So I talked to Chris at BNS because he's got a big female jungle that's absolutely stunning. I said, hey, would you be interested in maybe, pairing Xena up with your female now? No. And he said, yeah. I was like, before we do anything, it's like, let me ultrasound Lagatha, my other female, which probes female. And when you pop her, you don't get anything. So I'm convinced, I'm pretty positive Lagatha is a female.
Right.
So right now, hold on, I'll flip-flop us here once.
So
right now, you've got Lagatha and Xena together.
Okay.
I don't know where Lagatha's head's at, but that's Xena's head.
So is it in here? Because Marina held a carpet at BHB, right?
No, I don't think she held a carpet.
But that was that one that she wanted.
What's up, Eric?
I don't think she wanted a carpet. She wanted a retest. We got her retest.
Oh, that's right. She held. Okay.
She held Night Fury and she held Perdita.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
So, needless to say, after ultrasounding Lagatha, it's like, okay, we're gonna, because she actually has it was hard to ultrasound her, as you guys will get to see when I release the video of it, because carpet pythons don't like to sit still. They're constantly moving, and it was quite a feat. But as I at least found the gallbladder. We started working down. It's like, okay, I'm seeing things that look like follicles.
Right.
So I just paused it as amongst the snake moving. It was a slightly blurred image, but it was enough that I could get a reading on it. And she's at it's like 10 or she's right around like 13 mils. So it's like, all right, we're putting her in, and I put her in with Xena. I heard that you can put the female. You don't always have to move the male. You can move the female sometimes. So we're going to try that, see how that goes. They've been in together for a day. No locking, but there's lots of cuddling.
Right.
So I'll take that.
So is I guess their breeding's the same as the ball python, right?
I think you have to do more, I think, don't you?
Yes and no. A lot of people, they start dropping temps. Come like wintertime, they let the rooms get down a little bit farther, like closer to 70.
Okay.
At night, which isn't exactly, I don't like fully doing that because of the ball pythons, because it starts affecting them a little bit.
Right.
So I'm slightly going to start reworking my plans for the snake room, because originally I was going to knock down this wall here that's beside me and make half the basement just one big room.
Okay.
I think what I'm going to do is turn the room I'm at now into the carpet room.
Okay. So you can control
And
the temperatures a little bit better.
Yes, that way I can control the temperatures a lot better in here. And then I'm going to make the other room be for the ball python.
Okay.
So we
that
just
way-
need to pick Alex out of his room.
Yeah.
And make it the ball python.
Yep. There you go.
So I think that's what I'm going to have to do. If this works this year and I get a clutch from them, awesome. But if not, that's what my next step is going to be, is to just make 2 separate rooms. Then all the outlets in this room will make sense to an extent.
Right.
Because everybody gives me so much crap for overdoing it on the outlets. See, folks, now you'll see why I went overboard. It's going to become the carpet room probably.
How many carpet pythons do you have?
I have 3.
Okay.
It was supposed to be 2 females, 1
females,
male. Now I have 2 males, 1 female.
One female.
Okay.
And I was there thinking, all right, I don't need 2 males. Maybe I should get rid of one. Well, the one's got great lineage dating back to a jungle that was on the cover of Reptiles magazine.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh.
So it's like, okay, I can't get rid of that one because I've legit have the lineage on hand, dating back that far. So it's like, I can't get rid of him. And Xena is just too drop dead gorgeous to get rid of. I was going to say,
she's very pretty.
So it's like, Nathan said, oh, my buddy Nathan from Infinite Possible Pythons, he goes, oh, you can just send one over here to live here for a little bit. You could still keep it. It's like, geez, I can't do that. It's like, I just love looking at them too much.
Yeah, I can understand.
Now I got to go find me another female.
Right. So, I can understand that 100%.
And then the 4-year wait begins again.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. I think that's got to be the most painful part.
Oh, it is. Oh, that was like, that was the one. It got me. Everybody in our group chat was probably thinking it's like, suck it up, basically type of deal. But it's like, that 4 years hurts.
Yeah, it's a long time.
That's a long time.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
to have
it is.
to go again.
Yep.
But at least I should still be able to get 1 clutch, if not this year, hopefully next year.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Because Angie wanted a baby. I think that's the one thing that hurt most. Angie wanted a carpet.
Yep, she does.
And she wants one from nobody but me.
Yes.
And since they're coming up for the Breeders' Barbecue in July, it would have been perfect timing. I'd have babies here. She could have handpicked it, and she could have left here with it. And I had this perfect scenario played out, and it just crumbled before my eyes. And it's just like, you've got to be kidding me. It's like, come on.
Yeah, but she'd rather you. Yes, but I know my sister. She'd rather.
No, just wait.
And you're coming. You're coming for the crawfish boil, though, right?
We will have to see. That depends on Kara and the baby. How finances are here, because things are kind of very hectic at the moment, to say the least.
Our room at Angie and Jeff's is big. So there's plenty of room for blow-up mattresses, and we've raised twins, so you're all good with the baby. No, just kidding. I mean, seriously, we understand 100%.
I would love to go.
Guys, if you're able to make it, but totally get it.
I said, I would love to go. The other thing is Hadley. Hadley does not travel well. Dear girl gets more sick as could be on like anything that. Put it this way, if you're in any stop and go traffic, chances are the poor girl's going to get sick. It sucks big time, but
that sucks.
Yeah.
Get a trash can.
Trash can and lots of bags.
Right, there you go.
But anyway, how big's your collection, guys? Like, how many snakes you're working with? How many pairings are you doing this season?
You counted
collection.
Recently.
Yeah, I think we got around 60 ourselves.
Yeah,
and then Miranda has, I think, 10 or 15, something like 15. That. We are doing 1, 2, 3, 4 pairings, I think, this year. Nothing big. We still have. So there's a black grow up rack right there.
That
hatchling rack. I mean, it's got that. That's where last year we spent a lot of money on that in there. Okay. We're just waiting on that to all grow up. Basically, we're just waiting on everything to probably till next year.
That has a ton of clown pie.
Yeah, a lot of clown pie. Heck clown, heck pie stuff.
But we also have the closet.
VPI, yeah, we have heck clown and heck pie stuff in there. That's a little bit bigger, but we've only got a couple of those.
Yeah, but they're in the closet so
everything in there's almost heck clown.
Jenny Weasley, yeah. Mrs. Weasley. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, yep. The best thing in the entire world is when the kids' friends' parents come over and they walk in and they go,
stop right at our front door.
Oh, what do you got?
Most of them don't go any further.
I had to have a notary come into the house when I started a new job, and she came in and she sat down, and I was like, oh my God, I really want to tell her there's like 60 snakes sitting behind her, but I bit my tongue and I didn't say anything.
And she didn't wonder what was in there?
You know what? I think she was being very PC, as I will put it, because obviously you see behind us.
Yeah.
I mean,
everybody knows what it is for us, but
yeah.
If you don't know what that is and you walk in, I'm sure you're going, what the hell is that? Yeah. What in the hell could be in there?
Maybe I'm just rude, because if I saw that in somebody's house, I'd be like, what you got?
What the hell do you have in there?
What the hell's in there?
I don't mean to be a jerk, but what is in there? Yeah.
It's funny. It is literally, our front door is, I'm pointing and y'all can't see, but the front door is, I don't know how many feet.
15,
right?
20 feet maybe.
15. It's nothing. When you open the front door, you
can see our rack system. Yeah, you can see what you're looking at right there. You can see from our front door. That's the first thing.
Yeah. COVID hit, and the office, the dining room converted to the office, and then stimulus checks came and bonuses came and ARS came.
And you guys aren't far from ARS either.
We are not.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Lucky. Yeah. Oh, you guys are lucky.
I go over there quite often, pick up rats and stuff, and
I go harass Jason, and I'm like, "What you doing?" I see.
I want to hit those guys up, and I know it's a long shot, and it's probably going to end up in a big fat no. But I want to hit those guys up and see if by chance they would be interested in sponsoring the channel. So
I would keep asking, because they do the Midwest Reptile Show, but what I have found with Brian and Jason is the office manager, and okay. Brian does ARS, but I would just keep calling and keep calling and keep calling, because he's kind of on the fence for stuff. So the girls, Miranda and this other girl, did their whole Billy fundraiser thing. And I reached out to them and I had a conversation with him, and it was around COVID time. And he gave me like the spiel, and but you have other stuff besides ball pythons. So I would definitely encourage you to reach out. Billy, they do stuff for Billy. They're big enough. I would absolutely reach out to them 100%. I really would. I would do it all day long. I would be persistent with it, because I think they should be like Sea Serpent. I really do. Somebody needs to be persistent enough with them. They have an amazing product out there.
Yep.
They need to promote it more. Freedom Breeder does it, but I feel like ARS needs to do it more. I really do. Outside of the Midwest Reptile Show and outside of here and the food, we buy our frozen thawed rats from them now.
Okay.
Because they will allow local pickup. We were buying from another person.
Yeah, and we just stopped buying because it was just
And
ridiculous.
we stopped buying because number one, they wouldn't allow local pickup, and number two, I'm not a fan of who they sponsor, and we'll leave it at that. ARS, Jason is right there. All I got to do is go in and ring the door. I have had amazing customer service from them. Yes. I've never had an issue. They're honest. They are straightforward with me. And I would rather you be a straightforward customer service person and tell me it is what you get and move from there. But I'm telling you, call them. Continue to be persistent because they need to do that, and they need to sponsor good people in this industry.
So I'm gonna get on that too. I'm gonna, especially my big thing was I wanted to wait till I get to an LLC. Which I'm gonna be doing that here once I get my income taxes stuff done, personally. We're gonna start the LLC here for the business, and then it's like, okay, to them it should look more professional than.
No offense to guys, but what I will tell you is have your wife look at it, because I have some very good friends that are lawyers here, and females tend to get a little bit more than white males. I'll go ahead and lay it like that. So look at it that way.
If your wife does it.
We're in the process of working through that. And I have a friend that's a lawyer. I'll go ahead and throw it out there. I used to work for Roche Diagnostics. Shut up. AccuCheck Diabetes Care. I used to work for them. I no longer work for them. Now I work for the Department of Defense. Jim's over in the side hiding his face.
I'll just sit over here for this part.
Yeah. So 23 years, Roche Diagnostics is a wonderful company. They did very well by me. They decided to make some changes, and that change, I was part of that change. I was lucky enough to have friends, and now I work for the Department of Defense and do stuff with the military, which, by the way, of all the military people, thank you so much.
Yes.
It's been a huge, I'm married to an Air Force veteran, but I will tell you, working for the military, one of my very best friends, Angie's husband, Mr. Donahue, is Air Force along with Jim. So I cannot thank y'all enough. It's been very eye-opening working for the military now. So thank you. Thank you. Anyways, I digress. Where did I get off on that tangent?
I have no clue.
Okay. So
I sat over here and kind of went like this until you said something about me, and I was like, yeah, hey, Air Force, yeah, military.
Hang on, it'll come back to me. Okay. No, it won't. Anyway.
And go.
Yeah, so long story short, you need to reach out to ARS a lot.
Wow, that was a conversation ago. That's all right.
I
don't know where she was going with that either, dude.
I lost what were we talking about?
Me getting ARS possibly as a sponsorship, and then you said about staying on them. And then you started off on a story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So let's rewind, go back.
Oh, you were talking about the tax stuff and females getting more. And
oh, yeah. So listen. So because you're a girl and you don't have a kickstand, you tend to like you don't. Your wife doesn't have a kickstand. Have her look at it, like from the tax perspective. Oh, yeah. My lawyer friends. Okay, so I have a lawyer friend that used to work. Sorry, I digress. Okay, anyways, your wife doesn't have a kickstand, so look at her. Okay, so let's move forward. Keep pushing ARS.
No. So I think what she's trying to say is let your wife file the LLC and let the company be in your wife's name, because it'd probably be better for you tax-wise and all that other good crap.
She would be eligible for more
stuff than you are.
Because she doesn't.
That's not right.
It doesn't matter whether it's right or not.
It's
just
not
matters
right.
That's how it is.
What you can do.
It is not right. It's not right. But it is what it is.
Factual.
I will have to contemplate on that one.
Jeremy, let's talk offline.
Okay. So we'll have to do
Alright.
that. Yeah, we'll have to talk
So we're
about
gonna
that.
rewind back, and
Yeah,
this is what
we'll rewind
happens.
back.
This
Go
is what
forward.
happens when there's no filter and mom just involved. ARS. Keep pushing ARS.
We're done with that. Keep going.
The one thing I think that is important, that to me anyway, in my mindset, is if I was them, because like ARS and Freedom Breeder, a lot of people think that they're something that only professionals can use or anything like that. If you would sponsor or show that, hey, you don't have to be a professional to be using our product.
Right. Most
Get
definitely.
canceled, please.
And like, especially for me, like I can't afford to buy a full rack. I buy like bits of a 5540 or
Right.
the 5020 or the 1065. I add as I need because they're the hybrids and you can do it.
Right.
So
we have what we have behind us.
That's the 5540.
We have the 5540, and I'm
Which
short.
is what I think you said you had. So
I'm short and vertically challenged, and we have a half wall. So this literally is our dining room and our vinyl village home. I love my home, but we live in Vinyl Village. Which means it's a subdivision shenanigans. We got 2 bottoms with wheels, and then what we did is we went so high with both, and then we stained wood and made kind of a ledge on top of it. Obviously, normally you would see our boards propped up, but it just didn't happen because I couldn't find the right parts. And then that brown wall, and you can see the windows, that's our other room.
Oh, okay.
So when you walk in our house, this would normally be the dining room. The dining room is the table, is the desk.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So that's what I really like about ARS is you can buy pieces of it. You can buy levels and add to it.
Yeah. And I mean, the shipping aspect of it is pricey, but you name me anything that is cheap to ship the way that it comes. But the fact that you can build it as you grow and as you need it, I think is really, really important.
Right.
What's up, John and Christine? Good to see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button for me. I greatly, greatly appreciate it.
Okay.
What are some of the big projects you guys are working with, Jim, like that you're really excited about?
We are mostly it's the so when Miranda got her thing with Billy, he basically sat down, talked to us, and said, "Hey, if we're gonna do this right, you guys have got to you can't." And there's nothing wrong with messing around with the $200 snakes and the $300 snakes. And he said, if you want to do that, that is fine, but make a decision on what you want to do, and then go from there. And we said, well, we both like clown, we both like pied, so we were like, well, what about clown pieds? And he was like, well, that's pricey, And at that time, it still is. Well, it still is, but
yeah.
So he said, what you need to do is go out and buy some hets. He goes, so go out there and look for some hets. So we went out there and we slammed a lot of hets. So a lot of that rack back there is a lot of het clown, het pieds, and or exanthics, because we have VPI exanthics. So we also have some VPIs, and we're doing like the VPI clowns. We have a lightning pied that we bought. Well, I call it a lightning pied, but it's a fake lightning pied because it's a VPI exanthic.
VPI version
of the MJ exanthic. Yeah. So nice. So I would say our biggest thing are the clown pieds at this time.
Okay.
But then at the same time, like what I like about what Billy did is Billy went through his holdback rack and he sent Miranda 2 holdbacks he had. Because Billy is blunt and to the point, and what you get is what you see. Like we told Billy we name our snakes. He said, you're stupid. You shouldn't name them. But that's just, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's your business, but he wouldn't.
It doesn't matter. Billy still talks to us. He doesn't ignore us. He doesn't choose not to speak to us because he knows we name our snakes. He says, look, I wouldn't do it. But he went through his holdback rack of breeder females, and I don't know why I did quotes. I don't know. And said, hey, Austin and I went through these, and Austin's like, you need to send these 2 breeder females to Miranda. if you're going to do this, you need to send these. So we have 2 breeder female holdbacks that Billy had.
No,
That's what I like
his
about
holdbacks.
him.
Yeah, that he went through and Austin was like, hey,
to the
dude.
point.
He's like, hey, dude,
Yeah.
you've got 3 of this. These are your 3 holdbacks. Why do you need 3?
Yeah.
Give one to Miranda. He did the same thing with the one. He said, you got 3 orange dream pies. Why do you have 3? Get rid of one. Give one to Miranda. Yeah. So he sent her almost breeder ready.
Yeah.
One of them is now breeder ready, and the other one's getting get it close. So whenever those two are ready, and the one is, then she's got a male upstairs that it either she's gonna put an enhancer to it and make hets, the double hets, and or she's got a banger pied up there male that's got like 6-7 genes that he sent her. And he said this is an awesome snake. She's like, I'll take that one. So
as he's gonna do while and I can tell you because I have ADHD, Billy has ADHD, Jim lives with 3 of us with it, bless his heart. He tries and he overextends himself, but he does what he says he's gonna do eventually. It is what it is.
Billy is awesome. I was on his Patreon there for a while. I couldn't do the higher end tiers. I think I was on like the breeder tier or something like that. It's like and it just kind of, it's like I got to that point where I was like, you know what? I'm kind of just sending money and I'm not getting anything more that I need out of it.
Right. Yeah.
So,
right.
I kind of cut the tie with that. But I mean, it's
but
like his upper end tiers are awesome.
Either. He doesn't hold that against you. He doesn't hold that against you.
I hope not. Because I mean, I love Billy. He's helped me out when I needed the help. He's come on the show already, which was absolutely blew my mind having him on the show. I actually love to have him come back on this year if I could. But like Billy's just got an awesome setup, and he's just great for the industry. He's out there willing to help anybody he can. He's just got a lot going on, and I think a lot of times people take him not getting back to you in a timely fashion as a bad thing. It's like the man's probably got 100 text messages in an hour every day, all the time.
Right.
I took it personal in the beginning, and I talked to Earl. Like Earl started talking to us, and I made a board for Earl, and we started talking. And Earl said, "You think he responds to me in a timely fashion?" And I went, "Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better." And then we were at, was it the Tinley show?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Miranda and I went to the Tinley show, and we ran into Austin. And I told Austin because Billy was like, "Let's talk." And I said, "Yeah, we're busy this weekend." And we were at the Tinley show, and I told Austin, I said, "I'm so sorry I owe Billy a response." Austin busted out laughing and said, "Really?"
Well, that's because he called us like
he was like.
So he called us, and this is funny. This is where Angie and I. It's funny because to begin with, everybody you get starstruck, you get awestruck by the big breeders. You're going, "Oh my God, that's Billy. Oh my God, that's Earl from Lone Star. That's Justin from all that." Well, when you're sitting there and like for a while, Billy was calling us probably once a week.
Yeah.
We were talking to Billy once a week. So, and it got funny to where she goes, "Oh my God, I didn't answer the phone from Billy." And I went, "Okay." And she goes, "Is that bad?" And I said, "Well, no,
we were somewhere.
Did you have 3 or 4 hours to talk? Because the man can talk.
Yeah.
I love him to death, but you got to dedicate some time to him." And it was just funny as hell to us that they sit there and go, "Oh my God.
Oh my God, I didn't answer Billy's
You
call."
turned down a phone call from Billy. Oh my God, who are you to be able to do that? It was just funny
You're
as heck.
blacklisted.
Yeah, exactly. It was just.
But he gets it. He's like, "I get it."
Right.
So...
He understood that. So I guess going back to my story was we had not called him, and it had been probably a couple of months.
Oh yeah.
And to where we were sitting there one day and we're like, "Crap, I think we forgot to call Billy back." I mean, it had been literally a couple of months because we looked back on our phone going, oh my God. And you keep going. You know, you're going back really far back.
And the bad part is you're letting Billy contact the ADHD person, not the military organized, got his shit together person. I'm like, no, I got this together, sweetheart. That's why Angie's there too. People message Angie, hey, I talked to your sister and this is what we need.
This is what we need. Can you remind her?
I don't intentionally forget shit. I'm wired that way.
Kara yells at me all the time because I have so much going on in my head.
Yeah.
And I'll go up and I'll start filling up the water jugs that I use for the snakes because we have an RO system. I just use the RO system to fill up my jugs for the snake waters.
Right.
I'll start filling them, and a gallon jug takes a little bit of time.
It takes a minute. That takes a hot minute.
Yeah, it takes
for an RO.
So I'll go off and I'll start doing something and I'll get caught into what I'm doing. And next thing I'll hear water like dribbling on the floor. Like, who the hell's running water? And I'll stand there and either she yells at me because she's near it and sees it, or it just clicks. It's like, oh no.
Crap.
And I'll start cleaning up and if she didn't already see it, she'll come out. She'll go, you did it again, didn't you? It's like, yes.
Yep. It happened.
We're to the point where Jim just comes in and he turns around and walks away. He's like, all right, I gotcha.
Yeah. Third eye, Jeremy.
Oh, yeah, you're exactly right.
Jeremy.
And you know what? Jeremy,
Earl yelled at us for not talking to him.
Oh my God.
We didn't, we weren't trying. We'd said hi to him before, but we were I think it was at Tinley. It might have been. And Cusco walked by and we were like, hey, Cusco, come here real quick. And he jumped into a picture that we were taking a picture. And you could see Earl stand off in the background. Well, he was like, you guys didn't talk to me. We were like, dude, we did. We said hi, And he's like, no, you didn't talk to me.
So Kyle.
We shouldn't get mad. What do you mean? You're the YouTube dude. What are you talking about?
I wish I would have recorded this. Kyle from TER, Tatum Exotics, called me. We met him in Texas at Arlington, and he just total Southern hospitality, walked us around everything. Jim had been talking to him, everything. So I kept telling him, I was like, oh my God, we love Earl, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And Earl, so I'm at home working from home, and Kyle's phone calls my cell phone. I'm like, what the hell is Kyle calling me for? I answer the phone and it's Earl. And he says, what you doing? I'm like, oh my God, it's Earl. And then it just went downhill from there. So totally down to the earth people. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah. So Third Eye, we were the same way. So if anymore, I just don't even.
In Cusco, I walk right up to him. I hug him. He was at Tinley, and he, if nobody saw, he cut, he used a dinosaur as a microphone. And I stopped. I mean, we're to the point where I stopped him. I'm like, hey, we need to do a picture. He's like, time out. I got to finish this interview first, and then he'll do it. But he is the most down-to-earth person.
Yeah. I know the two times Cusco's been on here, it was a blast having him on, and
he's a
little
trip.
bit of talking that we got to do before the show was awesome. I told him, because his one friend, Garrett Hartle, is out in Pittsburgh, so Garrett's only 4 hours, 3 hours, 3.5 hours, something like that, roughly away from me.
Garrett is awesome.
So I told him, I was like, dude, it's next time you come out, out east and you're visiting Garrett, let me know. Because Garrett likes to go herping. Brian, of course, loves to go herping. I've never officially gone herping.
Okay.
So I told him, dude, let me know, and maybe we can set something up and we can all go out herping, and it'll be awesome for my first time because it's someone I look up to and I admire.
Oh yeah.
But someone that I think I've started to build a friendship with.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure.
I just think it'd be really cool and awesome. So he goes, all right. He goes, next time I come out, he goes, I'll let you know. So hopefully when he does come out,
those are probably some of my favorite videos of Brian's when he does those. Yeah. He goes out herping. I like when he takes Noah out there And
my
Noah
God,
gets pretty
it's
stoked about going
funny.
out there and herping.
I
I
like
think
it.
they do a really good job, and I really like those videos of his. They're pretty cool.
They
I like
crack-
it when it gets Noah and Dave Kaufman with him.
Yes.
Oh my
Because
God.
like that combination is just perfect.
Yeah. Now, was it Gundy? Did Gundy go out with him once, I think? I think Gundy went out with them once, is what I want to say, but
It wouldn't surprise me if Gundy went
I may
out
be
with
wrong,
him,
but I thought
but-
Gundy went out with them one time, but
It's possible because I know Gundy likes to go out and do it
Right.
too.
We were at Arlington the first time.
All right, Chris.
Pesco was there, and he went. Who was it? Oh no, it was Chino. Chino
Oh, yeah, him and
watched
Chino.
him catch turtles.
yeah, Tim and Chino, he was like, I guess Chino was going out for a walk. Chino's
Yes.
DMJ
DMJ
reptiles.
Yeah, Chino
And
caught him.
he was going out for a walk, and
I remember.
Cusco joined him, and he goes, dude, all of a sudden we were herping in the middle of my walk. He goes, all of a sudden Cusco jumps off and goes
Chino
down to
was
go
like,
grab a
oh
turtle.
my God, I'm
and
herping with him.
he's like, dude, I'm herping with Cusco, and he's doing a video. It's pretty awesome. It was really neat.
That's basically how I would be.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was stoked, man. It was cool as hell.
Garrett was awesome. We ran into him at the Tinley show, and Miranda had gotten, and I pulled up the paperwork because Miranda has a dwarf retic.
Super dwarf. Oh no, it is a dwarf, not a super dwarf.
Super dwarf / dwarf.
Yeah.
Is what Garrett said. So we pulled up. Garrett was like, I'm the nerd. Let me see the percentages. He sat there and talked to us and talked to Miranda in the middle of setting stuff up for 45 minutes. And just the most down-to-earth dude ever. Gave her a sticker. We bought a t-shirt. He was like, you know what?
And she got a poster and all that.
She got a poster from him. Just like, I don't know.
It's just really cool.
Just very cool because you look at these guys and you know they're in the industry and you know they're big names. But the fact that they take the time away to sit there and talk. I mean, Miranda was 14 and a half, almost 15 at the time. She's a girl. She's in love with retics. We did a lot of research before. I was like, we can't have a regular real size retic because if we can't handle it, it's got to be two of us together. That's my rule. Yeah. It has to be a snake that two of us can handle. And he just took the time to talk. And he was like, if you're able to join my Patreon, join it. He said, but at any point in time, you message me, you talk to me, I will talk to you all day long. And we did not buy her retic from Garrett, but he talked to us about it. He looked at the lineage that I pulled up. Those are the class act. Those are the guys we need. Those are the guys that I really like, those are the ones I gravitate to. So just a class act guy makes me want to join his Patreon just for that reason alone.
Yes. I know Garrett is on my list to hit up to be on the show this year. So
let me know. We're going to be in Arlington in February, and we're going to be at all the Tinley shows because it's only a couple hours, right? 3 hours. 3 hours away. So I will more than willing go ahead and pester them for you, Jeremy.
All right. I say I'll let you pester them, and then I'll hit him up for like a March date. And then I'll let you pester him in February, and we'll see if we can't get him on.
I will more than willing. I mean, that dude, he signed. What did he sign? He signed the probe kit that Alex got for the girls' fundraiser.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, so when we go to reptile shows, I make us go a day early, and then we buy the VIP tickets, and then we're the nerds that walk around, and we're like, oh, my God. Just because that's who we are. So I will do it all day long.
Oh, well, thank you. Third Eye, I'm in Lancaster, PA, dude. So we're not that far apart either. Because Chris is only like 2 hours from me. So we're kind of all in that
primal
little
skills
group here.
in the house.
Primal, yep. Hoosiers in the house.
Ken, what's up? Ken is actually next week's guest.
Is he really?
Yes. All right,
Okay,
here's the lineup, everybody. We have Ken from Primal Scales next week.
Man, you're just knocking out all your Indiana people.
You are.
And then
Hoosiers rock.
and then on the 29th, which is actually the day before my birthday, I have Robert of Husbandry Pro.
Oh, okay.
So
that's awesome.
That I'm very, very excited about that. I'm actually having a co-host that night, which it's going to be, Nathan from Infinite Possible Pythons helping me co-host it. Nathan loves Husbandry Pro. I love Husbandry Pro.
I was going to ask you how you like yours.
Yeah.
Oh,
I get it being on Billy's Patreon, but we have not yet.
Get it now before you get too many snakes.
Okay.
So
where is that too many
about it is entering the data. That's the worst part about it.
Okay.
What number do you claim is too many? So we've got about 60. What do you
just start it now? Just start.
Okay.
After this, go and subscribe to it.
So once you're in there and you've entered them, is it easy to use?
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay.
Like, you guys keep track of your feedings and stuff like that? By chance, you just go through and feed, and that's it. If you eat,
yeah, that's what I have, all the clips on there. I have a bunch of clips. I use a clip system just so I know who eats and who doesn't, and who does what, and who eats what.
Okay. See, for me, I do frozen thawed. So if they strike it and they coil it, I have like little. I can't hold on here. You guys look over there. You see like the green and the blue tags.
Yep.
Yeah.
Over top of the white tags.
Yep.
The white tags are the Husbandry Pro tags that I have.
Okay.
That's got a whole bunch of the animals info plus the QR codes.
Okay.
So if they strike it and they coil it, I tilt the green or the blue tag that's above it. That lets me know, that there's a rodent in there for me to go back and double check, make sure that they actually ate it and just didn't drop it.
Okay.
So once they do that, there's two options. You can do it like I do, which is probably a touch slower than the other option. But all I do is I just scan the QR code, brings up a menu of things that I can choose for activities, and just boom, hit feeding and submit. And that's all there is to it. And it tracks all that stuff. I do feedings, sheds, ovulation.
Pro for breeding yet?
Yes. That is probably
what it's done with the breeding.
I love the breeding plan stuff.
Okay.
Basically, you come up with your own breeding plan. When you scan the QR code, it once you hit pairing, it automatically puts that male you have in the breeding plan for that female as the one that's in there.
Okay.
And all you do is you just hit submit, and there's also a thing to remind you for 30 days to do the pairing again if you want to do for 30 days.
That's nice.
I think you can even change the amount of days.
Oh,
wow. Might be wrong on that one, but I know you can set it I know it's at least set for 30.
Okay.
But once they lay the eggs, now we just got our first clutch of the season yesterday.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, I scanned the QR code. I hit, reproduction, and it comes up with a whole list of how many good eggs, bad eggs, if you want to keep track of your female's weight afterwards, all that stuff. It goes through all this information that you can plug in. And then you submit that. Well, when those eggs, then it gives that clutch of eggs a QR code. Okay. So then when you watch like Billy's egg cuttings, you know how he always scans the
thing. He says, this is the mom, this is the dad.
Yeah.
That's what he's
What that does when he scans that, it brings up all that stuff. Plus, it allows you to have an option of what's called turning the eggs into animals, which gives the animal, you can choose all of your own ID codes for them, but it gives you a list of all the genetics each baby could have for each egg. And then you just go through and you just X out which ones it isn't.
Okay.
So and then it automatically turns all of those into babies
and gives them their own codes.
Gives them their own QR codes, all that stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
If you guys have questions on it, and when you get it, like I don't like, you can hit me up. I know Jeff and Angie had a couple of questions when they started theirs, and I helped them out with theirs. But it is so super simple. I mean, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm like the least
no, I understand that.
person there is. But it saved me so much time as far as feeding. You can give your racks a QR code.
Okay.
And you can do a bulk feed, and you just scan the rack, and you can go down through and select which ones ate and submit it. And you can scan the rack again and write down which ones, mark down which ones didn't eat and submit it.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So it's revolutionary.
That would make
it really
nice,
is.
right?
Quick, yeah.
Let's see here. Lost track of the chat here. Chris says if Jeremy can use it, be good.
If Jeremy can use it.
Yes, Chris knows I'm not the most tech savvy person by any means. Is Third Eye gonna be? I was planning on meeting you in Gettysburg.
Yeah,
right, well, Third Eye, mate.
We have the nerd snake chat, and they're all Northeast because my previous job I supported the Northeast. Cracks me up.
So we have a nice group chat full of all of us.
Well, and that's on our list to make it. We plan on it. Probably will be this summer, right? Probably this summer. When frickin' frack are at a school where we're going to make our trek to the Northeast.
That'd be nice if we can.
That's the goal. So the goal, depending upon, because I'm employed now and I actually will be traveling to Navy bases all throughout the year, that the goal is to make it up to the Northeast. So we plan on making the trip to Underworld and 21 and Mac and you guys and Eric and
everybody in the New York,
everybody in the Northeast,
and on our way up over to New York and Northeast and Northeast side.
You should do it around like July 1st.
Okay.
That's the barbecue date.
I know. That's what Ann said.
Yep. So you guys are more than welcome to come to that if you guys want to.
Okay. Well, we have to
look. Figure out that our house isn't huge, but we can figure something out. Like we've got an air mattress or couches. Like we could set something up. I know I've already
maybe you need to talk to Angie and Jeff about a swinger room. Right? If they're still in here, no. We
Jim
are
will wake up with Juicy G next to him instead of you.
Right? Logistically, we're trying to schedule that out. So I did take a new job at the end of last year, and there's been some travel. And obviously, when the government says you do things, you do them. So I'm at the mercy of the government at this moment in time. So we will figure that out. But that is, I mean, obviously, if we're able to make it up there, because I know I used to, I handled the Northeast area. And I spent a lot of time at Hershey, Pennsylvania. I had New York, New Jersey.
Hershey is like legit. God, I could be at Hershey in like 20 minutes. I could be at Hershey Park in 30.
Shit, he's not that far.
Yeah.
Hershey's 9 hours from us driving.
Yeah, I could be at Hershey Park in like 30 minutes.
I know I was. I learned all about making Hershey adult beverages at sales meetings. So, yeah. No, I will definitely reach out to you, but that is
all right.
That's our plan. We have a lot of friends that are in the Northeast that we talk to.
Chris has an event going on March 6th too, which I forgot about. I didn't forget about it. It's on my calendar, but
Chris, we will have to talk. Chris is on the list to absolutely visit and do a water break with.
I
Is
say
that
if
what
you hit Chris, you can hit Nathan and Danny. Like they're all like right there.
I
Like
have to do a
not far
glitter
from each other.
bomb. I have to like glitter bomb the shit out of Danny. DTMG, right?
Yeah.
I have to I gotta test out, but man, I gotta figure out how to glitter bomb the shit out of him. And I can do that. Yeah. I gotta figure that shit out. I gotta glitter bomb the crap out of him.
That
So
would
you
be
all are
hilarious.
close together. Okay. I didn't realize they were that close.
Yeah. And
Okay.
they're only 2 hours away from me. So it's really not like they're 2 hours east. So they're not that far.
No. Mm-mm. That's not
So,
that far either. I got to run up the Rocky steps, so that was important.
yes, yes. Oh, John and Christine said they'll pay for the glitter.
You know what? You know what? If you haven't checked out yet, I did it to oh my gosh. Who did I do it to? I did it to somebody. I filled a bag, but yes. It's all about glitter.
Who was that?
Oh, I cannot. It was with Iron Dog.
God, it was a lot of glitter too.
I filled the bag. They opened it up outside. I have a giant, like gallon-sized bag of glitter. The more glitter, the better.
It was a lot of glitter.
That is a glitter bomb. Holy crap.
I am all about the glitter because life deserves to be filled with glitter.
But yeah, with the Husbandry Pro, definitely get it, guys, and get it because it's easier to add snakes as you go than it is feeling like how you'll feel by the time you hit about your 20th snake. You'll be like, "Is it freaking over yet?
Are we done yet?"
Yeah.
Okay, so get it, enter everybody, and then as you add snakes, add them, and it's easier.
And here's another big selling thing. Here, I'll just pull Zena's thing here. Like, you have the QR code thing. I use this for when I go to shows because you can set this up to where anybody that has a camera on their phone or smartphone can scan it, and it'll bring, if you have the settings on your Husbandry Pro right, it'll bring up all the information for that hatchling at the show for everybody. So you don't have to answer when did it last eat, what was its weight, any of that stuff, because as long as you kept track of that,
it'll be in
when
there.
they scan it, they're going to see everything and they have all the information on that animal.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I know Miranda is doing a Ultramel. Miranda and Angie and Jeff, Aunt Angie and Uncle Jeff, as Miranda knows them, are doing an Ultramel type of deal. And Angie and Jeff printed off, it was like 3 or 4 pages. And she said it came from
the Husbandry Pro stuff. Yeah.
Remember? It had like the parent and all that information
that was
in
neat.
it. Yep. So that was really neat. Okay.
Yeah, you can print it off. If someone that buys an animal from you has Husbandry Pro, you get their email, you can send them the animal via email. And that animal will show up in their Husbandry Pro, and then they have all the records from when you owned it.
Oh, wow.
And then they can keep
nice.
going with their records.
Right there.
So there's so many pros to it. And everybody, just so you know, I am not sponsored by Husbandry Pro. I would love to be. But we're not sponsored by Husbandry Pro by any means, but just I gotta give credit where credit's due. I mean, it is a revolutionary program.
That's cool.
Okay. That's good to know because I like talking to people that are real life using it makes a difference.
Yeah. Can somebody said that you can import from a spreadsheet? Don't quote me on it. That's something you'll be able to ask Robert when he's on here on the 29th. Ellen K. Ken said Celtic just sent me a snake on it. I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm sure it's cool.
Yep.
It's well worth it, guys.
Okay.
Like, definitely.
I mean,
it's one of those things you've been sitting there going, okay, what do we want to do? Do we want to do this? Yes, no, so
Yeah.
Just being able to talk to people and say, hey, what's your opinion on it? And so I haven't heard anything bad on it that I know of yet, except for that one person said that they were not happy with something, either customer service or something. So
yeah.
Yes, I can't. I don't know anything about customer service. I just know I'm happy with how the whole program works. I know sometimes mine freezes up on me. It might just be because of an iPhone. I don't know, but whoop-de-doo, I got to restart the app every once in a great while. I can live with that.
Every app you got to freaking do that too at some point in time. So
yeah, but it is a really, really great. It was great until it wasn't, Jeremy. Clutch doesn't track daily activities, only animals and breeding. Okay. See, that's one thing I don't know. Like with Clutch coming out, I don't know any of the advantages of Clutch, but I'm not redoing all this info again.
That's what Clutch is.
Oh, okay. That's the Justin.
Yeah, Canova's thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Canova's new thing.
I did not know what that was, to be honest with you.
Which I think also, don't quote me on it, but I think Husbandry Pro can be linked to your morph market as well.
No, I have heard that. I have recently heard that. So I don't know what it gets tracked to, but I have heard that. I have heard it.
So there again, that's something we can iron out there on the 29th, but definitely before you guys start get up much higher, definitely get it.
Are you going to go referee? Okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
I'm like, you came in the middle of a parenting episode, so it's his turn to referee.
That was absolutely hilarious, I have to say.
I will tell you what, if people haven't figured out the Jar family, I mean, we're just out in the open. What you get is what you see. Yeah. There is no filter.
Oh, shoot. And I think it's only, what is it, $9 or $10, I think, for the tier I'm on.
Yeah.
I had to upgrade mine because I hit like 50 animals and I had to upgrade. But it's like $9 a month.
Yep. And if you're, I know if you're on his Patreon, we're at a higher level on his Patreon because I felt like he didn't request it, but the fact that he matched Miranda $5,000 for $5,000, we talked about it, and the fact that he was calling us and talking to us regardlessly. Seriously, I don't need any more mom juice tonight. Jim is standing next to you going, no, you don't. I don't know. It felt like the right thing to do. The man has done a lot. It is what it is. He's blunt and to the point. A lot of people don't like how blunt he is, but we joined his Patreon because we felt like it was the right thing to do for everything he did for our daughter. And he's been phenomenal with her. He's been phenomenal with us. Oh, it's my Charlie.
What's up, Charlie?
Listen, Charlie, get ready for tomorrow, too.
Yes, it is for tomorrow, too, yeah.
There's Advil involved, so I will take Advil before I go to bed, and I will be pumped and ready for tomorrow, babe. Love you, my Charlie.
What are some of the stuff you're looking forward to getting into, like adding into your projects for this coming season?
This coming season, I don't know if we're going to be getting into anything more.
We have a ton of crap that's growing up. I was going to say,
we have a ton of crap that we're growing up, but we've decided that we don't want to add too much more. If we do add anything right now, I think it would be something monsoon or something like that, because she's big fans of monsoon. I love monsoon, but to get into the monsoon project, you got to have a little bit of coin. And
so
we're just waiting on that right now to, see what we can do later on down the road.
I have some of my nerd brothers. You know who you are. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I have my nerd brothers working on monsoon for me.
Ah, nice, nice, nice. Monsoon something, it catches my eye. I
I
like what
like
it
how
does.
busy it is.
Yes. My only issue with it is that everything I've seen thrown into it, it doesn't seem like anything changes it. It's like it's
I don't really
it's
care. I just want monsoon. That's why Jim pulls in that's why Jim's here. I don't really care. I just like the monsoon portion of it.
Oh, it is beautiful. I do love it's a crazy busy pattern, but it would be neat if there's got to be something there to unlock it to all be able to alter the pattern just a little bit.
I
But
really like
everything
the
seems like it just looks
monsoon
the same.
leopard. The leopard monsoons are good. But
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
I rely very heavily on my snake nerds for that.
Brandon says it's something that you can change the color of, not the pattern. That's very yeah. Which I would love to see an Exanthic monsoon. Exanthic monsoon, I
Okay.
think, would be crazy as all hell.
Are
But
you in the VPI Exanthic or are you in a
no,
different
I'm TSK.
Okay.
I
Okay.
love my TSK stuff.
Okay.
I always everybody else that I'm friends with in the group chat, they're all VPI guys. So I always make the jokes with them that I work with the line that doesn't brown out because that always gets them all fired up. And then Chris always says that I work with the line that nobody wants, and yeah, it's
You know
all
what
good.
though? I mean, it's true, but I think we got lucky with Bernadette.
Well, she's not bad at all. But the TSK does keep the gray.
And
if we'd have done I guess we looked at it. There was a couple ways to look at it. You can almost always get a VPI, something with VPI.
Yeah.
However, like you say, MJ, Exanthic, and the TSK definitely hold their color far better than the VPI line.
I say I that's my opinion on it too. Like Chris is an MJ guy, which MJ Exanthic, yes, I don't think I've ever seen a bad example of an MJ.
No, I don't think I have either.
But
on the flip side, you can't always find what you want with the MJ Exanthic.
And there's good and bad of all the lines too. I mean,
you find damn near anything.
It's like you could have. I've seen some really browned out TSKs, and it's like, wow,
right.
But there's good and bad of all the lines. Like when I had John Dago on, he even said, Exanthic's Exanthic. It's just it's the line breeding of it.
Right.
There's good and bad of all of them. I mean,
we have. I
the
think
pastel girl I have is just out of this world.
Right.
Pastel Exanthic. She's just mind-boggling how beautiful.
Mm.
We got lucky with our Bernadette. Bernadette, I think, is really pretty.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
We got lucky with our visual VPI. I fell in love with VPI. I saw them as hatchlings, and I was like, "Oh my god, we gotta have one." And it
was at our door a couple days later.
Well, yes, I met Bradford Cole at a mall parking lot, and I was like, "Oh my god, I want her." Yeah. So you know what? Jim and Alex are to blame for this snake problem I have. But she turned out really good, and she gave us
7.
She gave us 7 eggs and a surprise clutch that we bred to.
Oh, nice.
Bamboo, spot nose,
vanilla.
Yep.
And we actually hit what we were hoping to was a male that was the
same thing as its dad.
Vanilla, spot nose, bamboo, 100% VPI Exanthic.
Yeah, VPI Exanthic.
And then we have a morph market, like I told you, Jeremy. We have a morph market. It's not live yet because it requires me doing shit, and I get distracted easily. But we got a surprise clutch that we were pairing, but it didn't. I mean, nothing.
We missed everything with her.
Nothing showed
everything.
Yeah,
Like
nothing showed
she
any
didn't like
signs.
she stopped eating, but she stopped eating in the past. So I was like, okay, this is what you're normal. You're normal. I'm gonna stop eating for 3 or 4 months, and
the normal cycle.
So I thought, okay, no big deal.
Nothing threw any red flags to make us think otherwise.
Right.
And Jim was cleaning one day, and he opened the drawer, and he was like, "Oh my God, we got eggs!"
Oh yeah.
And
now the good thing is I did not turn my incubator off from last year. So it was already so it was kind of like I screwed up, but thank God I screwed up because I didn't have to wait. I immediately put them in there and they were done. So yeah.
And I mean, he does all that because I'm over here going da 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 da. So he doesn't rely on me for that portion of it. So, and then a friend of ours was over here helping me out, and Jim was on his way home out of town, and he was like, "Check him. We're going to cut him this weekend." And I pulled him out, and I was like, oh my God, they pipped. And so we went from there.
I think I didn't find them as soon as I thought I found them.
Yeah.
They were there for a little bit.
I think they might have been there for a couple more days than I actually thought.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I normally check. I check them in the middle of the week, or I go in there, and there are certain ones that, of course, everybody has their favorites, and I go in there and I pick my favorites or get my favorites out and play with them a little bit. But then, I just didn't. I checked her on a Wednesday, and I checked her Wednesday, and there was nothing, so I didn't.
It was a very nice
good,
surprise.
Close it. Saturday came. I opened it up and went,
See,
I'm not ready.
I'm down here like every day. I come home from work and I get changed into bummy clothes. I come down here into the snake room. I go through every tub, just pull open.
Right.
If someone needs cleaned out, either I just do it then and there, or I tilt their name to their tag. And when I come back down after I put Hadley to bed, I come, I go and clean on a cleaning spree.
Right.
I'm like,
every day
Miranda,
I can't help it.
Like, Miranda, your dad's out of town. You got to do the snakes. No. If he tells me and reminds me, otherwise I'm like the absent-minded professor.
Until you smell it. That's the one good thing about being right here is you smell it.
Oh my God.
You can walk by and go, yep, okay. Somebody needs change. Somebody needs something because it stinks.
Yeah.
He'll come in from being out of town. I'm like, dude, it stinks in here. And then he'll tell me what it is.
Eric, catch you later, dude. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you very much.
Hey, so listen, for all of you that don't know, Eric has, I hope he's still here, Eric has a little apron from LSR coming.
Ooh.
Yep. For the February show. Hopefully he'll wear into the fall show. But Mama Wren expected them to wear these aprons that barely covered their junk. I'm in charge of putting logos on the aprons.
Well, while we're on that slate topic, how'd you guys get into doing all like the wood burning, cutting board, and all of this stuff? Like, and what all are you guys doing as far as putting logos on?
Marry a wife with ADD, and she will start everything.
I have a Pinterest problem, and I have ADHD, and I joke about it, but it's true. I really do have ADHD. My children have it as well. Jim married into it. I pick up different things, and I'm like, oh, let's try this. My dad's an engineer, and I'll go to YouTube to try and fix shit. And I've been successful at different things, but that's how it all started.
Well, that, and I think it was, we got a wood burner from our grandpa.
Yes.
He passed, and so
when
we just
Grandpa
had one,
passed away, I got a wood burner. I was like, oh, look what we can do.
So she did some wood burns. They were pretty neat. And then she came up with the thought of, you know what, let's do some people's logos. And then once I think we did Low Life, we sent Low Life his Thomas.
That was a surprise.
And that was a surprise because
he
asked about doing some shirts, and we sent him that board. And he was like, "Oh my God!" And as soon as he put that out there, then it almost took off.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, we like doing it. It's almost therapeutic sometimes to sit here and do that stuff. Who
do we have? We
have ours.
We have ours and we have Marina's, but
we don't have done yet.
Well, and that's the funny thing too, is we've done everybody's, but we don't have ours done.
See, hold on, let me blow you guys up here quick.
I have anxiety and I have ADHD, and the people that are in my nerd chat are familiar with it. And I have a
somebody else can't show that.
Well,
You can't show that one yet.
No, I can't show that one yet. But I have, like, it's therapeutic for me. And oh yeah, so Purdue, obviously my dad teaches for Purdue, so if you're an IU person, I apologize, but my dad teaches for Purdue. But I have a Pinterest issue. I like Pinterest. We actually we had several water floods in our home through our ceiling, because I love our house all day long, but we bought a house and the water heater is on the second story. And unfortunately, sometimes shit happens.
Yeah.
The water heater went out.
The water heater went out and it flooded. And the insurance company wasn't a big fan of making stuff match in Vinyl Village. So I went on Pinterest and I was like, hey, honey, we can do whitewash boards. So
our ceiling's all whitewashed pine boards instead of the popcorn spray they put on the new houses. That's what we had up there, and we tried to match it, and if there's no matching it, you have to do the entire ceiling again.
Yeah.
And
after
the second time of the flood, then we were like, screw it.
Yeah.
we did that, and it looks a ton better, and everybody says it looks good, so I'm happy with it.
My grandpa was very much into wood and
woodworking and stuff like that.
As I grew up, I mean, he always did stuff with wood and woodworking, and my dad's an engineer, and I look at shit and I'm like, oh, I can do that. It's easy. And Jim was in the Air Force and he was a vehicle mechanic, and he is the reality of it. And I'm like, oh, we could do this. And it's not always as simple as you seem, as it seems. But I will say that due to my determination and trying to fix shit, we have fixed a dryer, we have fixed a dishwasher a couple times. I mean, I don't know. That's
pure necessity. Yeah. YouTube gets us in trouble a lot, but it also helps.
I mean,
YouTube can help out a lot too.
Jim will go out of town and I'm like, oh shit, look what I've done. And he'll come back and he's like, oh my God. So between him and my dad, after 23 years of marriage, 23, right? 23. So we will have been married 23 years, awesome. 24 years.
No, 23 years.
I know, 23 years legally married. We've been together 25 years. Yep. I mean, he's used to it. So he comes home and he's like, okay, what shit show am I walking into? It's no longer a surprise. But to be honest with you, it helps with the ADHD and the therapeutic piece of it and the anxiety. It gives me something to focus on and try. So, like, I make shirts for John from Underworld. I do Jose's from...
The shirts came out of necessity also, simply because we went into and said, okay, we wanted to make some shirts for ourselves.
If there's a way to do it cheaper, we will figure out how to do it.
And not necessarily cheaper, but it was also it was out of necessity, because when they told me, the guy, I had a friend of mine, and he was like, hey, man, a friend of mine does screen printing. And I said, cool, I'll use a friend
shit, that's
to,
expensive.
help a friend out to help a friend. So I gave him my logo and he came back with like $1,500 for like 30 shirts. And I was like, are you effing nuts? There's no way. And he's like, oh, there's so many colors in here. You got to do this. And I was like, well, I'm not doing that, dude.
It depends. Every color is a different layer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Nathan, there are Infinite Possible Pythons. One of his businesses is doing screen printing and stuff. And that's who I use for my shirts.
Yeah. Now, single color.
Yeah, for single color, it's not bad. But I wanted to do like a special edition shirt where the carpet was yellow and the ball python looked exantic, like it's naturally supposed to be.
That's big money then.
And he goes, unless you're ordering a big bulk order, he goes, don't do this because it's going to be ridiculous. Yeah. He's like, every color's a different screen.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, we're just going to keep it with the original green color then.
Oh, yeah. So that's where we went and we figured out, we were like, well, crap, we can buy. So we did a lot of research on, I wish we'd have done a little bit more on the printer thing, because I wish we'd have just got the sublimation to begin with. And that's what we have now is the sublimination ink and all that good stuff. So it's actually a better ink and a better product. But that's the only thing I wish we'd have done better on. Other than that, we got a great heat press and I'm been happy with it. The program has been the silhouette. We have a silhouette or a cameo to cut out everything.
Cameo silhouette.
To cut out to cut out your design when we did your board. We used our silhouette to cut your thing out.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's a vinyl cutter.
I mean, I like doing all that stuff. We can do. I always I'll figure it out. I'm like, hey Jim, look what I found, and he goes, okay, all right. So, but it's true, and I rely on him to keep me on track.
Well, maybe because Nathan had said about if I wanted to do my special edition shirt idea thing, I forget what type of printing he had said it would be cheaper to do. Maybe I got to hit you guys up for it.
It would be the sublimation probably, but it would.
I mean, we do vinyl and stuff like that. So it depends. Like right now I do my niece, her swim club. They want specific shirts and vinyl. And so I'll hit them. They will reach out to me and I'll do it. I ordered t-shirts. I do Kurtwood ball python shirts. I do ours. I do Pure Genetics. I do Underworld shirts. But they also let me try stuff out for them.
Okay.
So I have a friend that said, hey, I'm getting a bunch of different collared shirts. Can you do some vinyl logos and give me some feedback on it? So I reached out to John from Underworld. I was like, hey, this is what I want to do. Will you take the shirts and figure it out? So they'll send it to me and they'll send me X number dollars or whatever, and I'll try it out. It turned out really good. So but the other thing is I have a full-time regular job. So I do this on the side and Jim does his thing on the side. I mean, pretty much when he comes home, I'm like, hey, I need you to fold this shit. I need you to do this. And then I'll tell him, oh, go. I committed to these people. And then Jim will go, you committed to do Charlie's board 4 weeks ago. Can you get that done? I mean, I don't intentionally mean to forget people. I'm just very scatterbrained, but it's therapeutic to me. So when Chris from BNS reached out to us and asked us to do multiple boards, it was awesome.
I was saying you guys had, because you had Nathan.
Yeah. Infinite Pythons. We did.
We did
Danny's,
yours,
Chris, yours. We did BNS.
Finger snakes.
Yep.
Finger snakes. Didn't you do DTMG as well?
No,
you didn't. Danny didn't get one.
Not yet.
I don't think so.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, Chris said 5.
Yeah, there's 5 of them altogether. Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the other ones that we did.
I mean, I was blown away because he didn't know us from Adam, and he reached out to us, and he was like, look, these are the people I want you to do the boards for. And we did it. And the amount of trust that Chris gave us, I mean, I don't know.
That was awesome. No, it was good.
I mean, it just boss of balls. Oh my gosh, Kike. It's only taken me.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, we did do
first.
Kike's. Yeah, that was it. That was the fifth one.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
taken
Kike.
me forever to get Kike's name right, but Kike is friggin' don't touch my TMJ.
My geckos.
Yeah, Danny's getting into geckos now, so we all give him crap because DTMG works for "Don't Touch My Geckos." And...
Oh, that's funny. As hell.
Listen,
Oh, that's funny.
you guys need to give Danny.
Man, he's got some good stuff. I watched your video on Danny's. I was sitting there going, "Oh my God, his racks are." He's got some freaking fire in them racks, man.
So it makes
Man,
it
every
even,
drawer he opened, I was just like, "Oh my Lord, it's another powerhouse."
It makes it even better. Jim's best friend is from Asian descent, and he is like a toothpick. I mean, he literally is. He probably weighs 100 pounds soaking wet. Keith is a toothpick. And we saw DTMJ, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So but Danny is, I love it.
Danny and I love Danny's collection, but you guys made me laugh when I was sitting there when I was watching that video.
Like,
and oh my God, I could not get. And if you've ever seen the movie Necessary Roughness,
it's been a while since I've seen.
oh
that.
my Lord, if I don't know if you remember who Jumbo is, but Jumbo was the Asian football player. And oh my Lord, I think Danny might have played that guy. It might have been Danny.
Wait
Who
a
played
minute.
football in Necessary
Wait a minute.
Roughness.
Is that the one with Keanu Reeves where he pukes with the
Yes,
eggs?
yes.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that.
The replacements. That's what it was. The replacements.
The replacement.
It was the replacements with Keanu Reeves. Oh my Lord. I laughed so hard. I'm pulling it up, showing Angie. I'm like, oh my God, look at this.
Danny.
I know,
We will meet Danny in person. I guarantee it. At least I will when I'm traveling to the Northeast for work. But oh my God, he cracks me up.
Well, and the other one we were watching Live PD today.
Yes.
And we're like, oh my God, that's Antoine.
Yes.
And this dude looked, it was some
Oh
sergeant,
my God.
something. And oh my God, he looked just like Antoine. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, you've got a twin, dude. It's right there.
100%. Yeah. No, Danny cracks me up. The first time I saw him, I yelled at Jim.
Be careful what you ask for.
I'm like, dude, there's a big Asian dude. Because the only Asian dude I know is Keith.
That's funny.
Oh, okay.
Jim's best friend, and he's like a toothpick.
Yeah.
Well, I know Danny, the thing I love most about Danny is he shoots straight from the hip with you. He doesn't give a darn about your feelings. He's going to tell you exactly how it is, and that's just where it is.
Right.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
Yeah, you know where you're at.
Yeah.
You're not sitting there going, oh, I wonder how this is. Well,
it's like
you should know.
I guess it was when we did the round table is Chris, Danny, John and Christine from Triforce, and myself.
Okay.
And someone had asked a question, and Danny just went off. We're all sitting here like Danny just like lit them up, and
that's hilarious.
We were all like, we weren't surprised by it, but we were slightly all in shock.
Right? Because you don't expect it. That's funny.
I mean, it's like, with all of us, we expect Danny to be how Danny is. But it's like you didn't expect it with somebody that Danny didn't know. But oh no, we all love Danny. He's one of a kind. There's no two ways about that.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. He cracks me up. I am working on it, but I am sending that man a glitter bomb. I got to figure out how to do it, but he's getting a glitter bomb from me. even if it means that I have to show up at his front door and throw glitter in his face. Regardless, I am giving Danny a glitter bomb.
Just make sure, as he puts it, make sure it's not his white woman maid that opened the door.
Yeah. Oh my God, he cracks me up. He's funny.
He is absolutely hilarious. Now, what all, like, you're doing the cutting boards, you do glasses too, right? Like, how do you do the glasses?
So I obviously, as I mentioned before, I have a Pinterest problem. Earl from Lone Star reached out to me and was like, hey, can you do this? So I tried to figure out how to do it, and I did. And I can do etched glassing and etched glassing. I'm limited to the vinyl and what I'm able to trace and put in there.
That small.
Yeah, cut that small. But I did recently, Tyler from Toxic Balls and his dad, we did etched glass balls. But Earl had reached out to me and asked me if I could do some custom moonshine jugs and glasses for the auction. So, and then I love you dearly. You reached out to me about doing a Yeti tumbler.
Yes.
So we have done some research and we have figured out how to do it.
We had to get a different. So it was the other one is a certain chemical.
Yep.
And when we were going to do it on the one thing, then we started looking it up and figured out that the material that we were using was not going to be. It said basically you're going to be wasting your time.
Yep.
And it won't work. So we had to actually order a different type of.
So we have this other chemical that we can do the etching on metal. And so we have it. And we have the sample. Yes, moonshine jugs, BNS. Absolutely. We have moonshine jugs. We have a knockoff Yeti tumbler. And we have the chemical
we just need
to do the etching for your logo, Jeremy, to try it out before we actually do the Yeti.
Okay.
So I don't know. I like doing that kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't know. It's always been in my blood. Jim married into it. He comes in from being out of town. He's like, what the fuck did you do? I'm like, hey, we're hanging a ceiling fan from a remote control drone or something. I mean, I don't know. I have an engineering brain. I just don't know how to use it.
I gotcha. So that's all chemical stuff?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, it's a chemical for the glass and for the metal, but the glass one is I don't know what
it's an etching
cream.
It
was an etching cream, and then the other one's it's like phenic acid or something. It's some real specific acid.
And we gotta add baking soda and stuff to it.
It's a process for that one.
But the etching on the glass, it can be used in a dishwasher and all that kind of stuff. We don't have a printer or anything like that. It literally is. I cut it out of vinyl. I put it on there where I want it, and then I remove the vinyl, and then I coat it with this chemical.
Yep.
And then I sit there and wait for it to do its magic, and then once it's done, I clean it off, and
And
there it is. So there will be, for those of you that watch, there will be a Mom Juice Mondays jug. I think Angie said we're going to do one for Arlington, for Tinley, and Arlington.
Oh, nice.
Yep, because Ton Jones does the moonshine.
Okay.
If you know who that is, which you probably don't.
So Ton Jones is Earl from Lone Star Reptiles, one of his best
business
friends.
partner. They do the airsoft rifles, and I don't know if it's the
There you
Arlington.
go.
Okay, that's where he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the episode with that
Yep.
Jeff and Angie posted with the air rifles.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Ton Jones is there also. Yeah, he's one of the guys there.
Okay.
We did some stuff for him too. So
Yes.
he's pretty cool.
So, I mean, it started out as kind of like Earl reaching out to me going, hey, can you do this? And I tested it out for him, and I tested it out for Eric with TER. And they were really just kind of like my test dummies. It's funny because everybody has boards but us and Miranda. I mean, it's really sad. I mean,
They're almost done.
They've been somewhat burned, but it just
that just means you guys have a very thoughtful. I suck with words. You guys are that thoughtful. You put everybody else ahead of yourself.
Oh yeah, no, that's
no, that's 100%. That's what gets us in trouble 99% of the time. Okay, me, as he points to me, it does. I'm always like, hey, Jim, guess what we're doing for so-and-so. And he's like, son of a bitch. All right.
Another one.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
I don't know. I don't know. It's the way I'm wired. And people have taken advantage of it. And there are other people that we have met that have been phenomenal. So I can't complain. I really can't.
But you guys are awesome, and I really mean that.
Thank you.
I know, and
really
I do need to get with you because I don't really give a crap about you, but Hadley needs. He got a board. Hadley needs stuff. Hadley
Kara had said something to me about something for this new one that's coming, and she had said, would the people that did your cutting board be able to do it? I was like, well,
yes.
What do you want? And she
we
goes,
can
well,
do onesies.
Okay.
I will tell you
if that's what you're talking about.
We can.
Well, I don't know what exactly she was going with. She just wants something because Hadley has something special, like a name thing.
I crochet, I quilt, I wood burn, and I can do vinyl and heat press and all that shit. So we just need to I just need to give you my cell phone and give it to your wife, and we'll go from there.
All right, that'll work.
I'll just send you a message with my cell number and give it to your wife.
Right. Okay. I appreciate that.
Because I'm all about glitter. I'm all about all of it. We have onesies that we got a tie-dye for Kurtwood. Ball pythons to make his stuff. But I love doing that shit for babies. And we also, he doesn't like to brag, but Jim's a pretty damn good tie-dye person.
Well, I know, like, Hadley is just, Hadley's easy to please with stuff like that. It was funny. Yesterday, I gave her yesterday a toy dart.
BNS, send me a message because we do it. And your logo's easy to do, dude. So, yes, send it to me. That's the one thing that we do is we will do preemie all the way to 6XLT.
Okay.
I'm able to get that those sizes. So seriously, send me a message. Tell me what you want. As Jim is shaking his head, he's like, yeah, my wife is batshit crazy. I'll figure out how to make it work.
Well, I definitely send me your number and I will give it to Kara because I know like she's probably got some idea that I don't even know what she's cooking up, but she hasn't even we've narrowed it for the new one. We've narrowed it down to like 3 names and she can't pick one.
Do you guys know what you're having?
We're having a little boy this time. And this is the very last one. I'm done after this.
Okay. All right.
So, but yeah, we're having a little boy. The name could be either Easton, which I'm in favor of because I want to be able to nickname him Eastwood.
I like it. I like it.
We have Cade and Harrison, which Harrison was. I was trying to get a Star Wars name, and Harrison was the only way I could get was because of Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
My original name, I wanted Lucas Skywarfle. Was the whole thing.
Okay, I like that.
That'd be cool.
That would be
but
awesome.
But you said it sounded like a stripper name.
No.
So
I'm pretty sure if we go,
one.
Your parents like Star Wars, don't they?
My mom likes Star Wars. My dad, I mean, he watches it. My brother and I are huge. How old's my dad?
No, I'm saying if you were able to name your son Luke Skywalker, then everybody, that kid would just all of his life go, your parents like Star Wars, don't they? Yeah, they do.
I like it. I like it.
The one Kara didn't turn down but didn't say yes to was I threw out the name Anakin. Because I knew she had said about how she would like to be able to nickname him Annie. And I'm there thinking, it's like, okay, we can go with Anakin here, just got to work on her a little bit. And somebody had said something about, well, he'll get made fun of because, there's really nobody out there named Anakin. I looked at him and I looked at her. I was like, who the hell's going to make fun of the person that turns into Darth Vader and becomes the most ruthless person in the galaxy? So you have to be an idiot. She goes, what if they never saw Star Wars? It's like, okay, touche.
Exactly.
No, it's good. I like Star Wars too. I really do. I think it's
when you come over, I'll take you up to the man cave because it is 2, 3, 4, 6 walls of Star Wars and just nerd memorabilia.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Autographs.
Oh wow.
From horror film people like Robert Englund, which was Freddy Krueger.
Oh yeah, Freddy Krueger. Yeah.
A couple of the people that played the Jason Voorhees.
Oh yeah.
That's right up Jason.
The T-1000.
You and Alex.
From Terminator 2. As nerdy as this sounds, I've got the Green Power Ranger, which I'm glad I did because poor guy's dead now.
Is he dead? I was gonna say.
Yeah, he just died here recently. I've got several of the original Star Trek people, like Captain Kirk and stuff.
Vader.
Just several, the guy that played RoboCop. Have his just several, some of the Ninja Turtle stuff.
Oh wow!
I've got Leonardo, Super Shredder, and April O'Neil.
No shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of neat memorabilia I've got there, and a lot of neat Star Wars autographs too.
That'd be really cool.
So it's like my little when I'm not here in the snake room, the other places up in the man cave. Those are the two places I hide to get peace.
I understand.
Charlie, I have gone out to the one there at Cherry Hill, dude. A lot of times I'll go there with my brother just because I need someone to help talk me down through the insane traffic. But I do like the Monster Mania Con out there just because you get some really awesome people at the Monster Mania stuff. It's the horror con, yeah. I haven't been out to that one in a couple of years, but I do like it. I have to try to talk my brother into going to it because normally I'm the one that drives to it too. So I don't understand why he doesn't like going when I'm the one that deals with the traffic.
I was gonna say I'd definitely go then.
But yeah,
I'm not driving.
We went up to Connecticut for a Comic-Con once, and that was 6 hours one way. And I drove up and back all in the same day.
Oh my!
And I was beat, but we did it.
That's a long day.
Yeah, it was funny. Is all to go meet Spencer Wilding, which was Darth Vader from Rogue One,
Okay.
and Ray Park, which played Darth Maul in the Phantom Menace.
Okay.
And look, if we would have waited like another year, Ray Park came down like to Pittsburgh, so I could have got his autograph
Even
there
closer.
instead of driving 6 hours. I've never seen Spencer Wilding again, so
Okay.
at least I have that one. But,
Right.
So Charles says he doesn't even like driving here. I think the drive isn't the greatest, but it's not terrible. It's the parking that sucks. The parking really, really blows at where they have it at that hotel. But yeah. Well, Jim, we're at like it's 10:30 here.
Yeah,
we're
it's
2.5
here
hours
too.
almost. I've got to get my rear end to bed because I've got to go to work in the morning.
Oh yeah,
so
me too, sir.
I did not even remotely we completely went off into like
out the
right
left field.
and like
That's the way it always goes.
So at some point,
hopefully we got like one or two of those
on again, and we'll try to stay on track a little.
Yeah,
bit.
I could hear her laughing in the other room. She had to go do something real quick. She's laughing.
But it was a pure pleasure having you guys.
Oh no,
on.
it was
great.
Truly was.
It
sir.
doesn't even seem like it's been this long.
No.
It was awesome hanging out with you guys.
No, that was quick.
I do want to thank real quick again the sponsors of this week's episode, which is Nathan at Infinite Possible Pythons, Chris from S Reptilia, and the Gettysburg Reptile Expo LLC. Guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel and sponsoring this week's live. Next week's guest is Ken from Primal Scale, so make sure you guys check that out.
Another Hoosier.
Yes, a fellow Hoosier. And this week's video, it's all right. This week's video, I think I should be able to have the editing done in time because I have it 3/4 of the way done. I just basically have to do the thumbnail. It's going to be pulling clutch number 1 of the 2023 season. So cool. It's going to be excuse me. It was a great feeling to have a clutch this early.
Oh yeah, no crap.
And it's probably one of the most anticipated clutches of my season. Just because visually it's not impressive, but everything's double head Exantic Desert Ghost.
Oh no, that's gonna be huge. Yeah.
So
that's gonna look good. I think the DG is gonna do nothing but help the Exantic.
It's
gonna be badass.
Don't downgrade yourself.
He didn't.
It's very important to sell yourself.
Well, I mean, the greatest thing I can hit visually is a pastel. But pastel for that group of recessive hets goes perfect with Desert Ghost and
oh yeah, no, I agree 100%. 100%.
I don't think that there is probably, other than my visual Exanthics, I can hit out of one, if not 2 clutches, which the one clutch, if she does go, is the female I produced in my first season.
Mm.
I have a chance of hitting an Exantic clown.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
We'll see how the odds gods go. If she does still go, she's off food. I think she was at 13 or so mil follicles. So we'll see how she goes.
I sent you a message. Send it on.
Cool.
We need to talk about
all right, sir.
The Exanthic pie.
Yep. Well, thank you for having us on very much.
I appreciate you. I love you guys. I'm so glad you guys came on. Angie and all. I don't know if you heard, but we had to come. You guys had to come back on because we went completely right field and did the ADD path and missed I'm gonna say 9 out of 3/4 of the questions and topics.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
left field.
But
hey, look, a quarter.
Stop! I'm talking, Mr. Jeremy. You have to do Mom Juice Mondays.
Yes, you guys just gotta send me a date.
We will
send me a date, and I will. Like I told you guys backstage, February is
yeah
crazy. And that's for everybody as well too. February, the baby's due February 17th. It is who knows, guess when the baby will come.
Right.
Knowing my luck, we will end up having to miss a live stream, but I'll post it so that way everybody knows ahead of time.
Send it to Angie. We'll do it for you.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. We can do that too.
I'm telling you,
No.
send it to Angie and Mr. Donahue. We'll do it for you.
We could do that. That's true. We might just do that.
There you go.
I'll set up the thing and you guys will just have to run it for me.
We'll do it. We are all about a good time.
Let's see. Thank you, Third Eye. Jeremy. I saw the IE and yeah, my mind just kind of filled in blanks there. Charlie says, tell Angie we need to talk. I'm scared.
Charlie, you don't have to be scared, but we'll talk. I'm on vacation tomorrow, Charlie. Remember, I work for the government now.
There you go.
We are on vacation.
Lucky, lucky, lucky.
I'm not really sure that is lucky, but it is what it is.
Well, you're lucky. I have to go to work. I mean,
do
I wish I had all.
Oh, yeah.
But it is what it is. But anyway, everybody, that's gonna be it.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, I really appreciate it. We both
time.
appreciate it, Jeremy.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. And like I said, we're gonna have to do this again because we've got a lot of stuff I didn't
Go
get
through
to
the
cover.
other 3 quarters.
Yeah, we'll go over the other 3 quarters that we didn't get to. We'll just do it a quarterly thing, and at some point
there you
we'll
go.
through all the questions.
Heck yeah.
No, but I did send you a message.
There you go.
Okay.
Reach out to me, text me.
All right. Yeah, I see it here. I'll have to look at it. I'll read it here then after we hop off here. But thank you guys again.
I will
for
take
coming
care
on.
of the mama and the baby.
I really, really appreciate it. Everybody, I appreciate all of you for sticking out, hanging out with us, supporting the channel. And just if you're listening to this on the replay, thank you so much for all of the support and just tuning in on what you missed. Like I said, this week's video will be clutch pulling of clutch number 1 of 2023.
Awesome.
Next week's guest is Ken from Primal Scales. I'm getting tongue twisted.
Another Indiana Hoosier.
Yep. And then on the 29th, which is the day before my birthday, we have Robert from Husbandry Pro tuning in and joining us, which is going to be another awesome episode with co-host Nathan from Infinite Possible Pythons.
There you go.
I gotta remember it's always opposite of what I think it needs to be.
I know. It's terrible when you're the opposite.
Yep. And everybody also make sure you guys check out Mom Juice Monday with Angie and Angie. And I think there might be a special guest this week that a lot of us know.
Mr. Charlie from Reagan Renee is probably going to have a special guest named Juicy G.
Yep. Charlie's going to have to keep his A game up. Charlie, if you're still watching, dude, I actually thought up of a really good Charlie. Answer if you're here yet. Answer if you're here because I'm going to drop this dad joke and I want to know what you think about it.
Charlie, bless his heart.
Come on, Charlie. If you're there, please be there. Because I can't drop it unless Charlie's still here.
If you were watching, make sure you go out and check it out because Charlie. Oh,
I don't ruin it.
That was the funny
Charlie needs
support. Just watch it. There you go. The end.
All right.
Doing anything? I don't know shit.
Charlie, are you able to join us in the live here real quick? Because I feel like we have to see your face. Are you here? Are you able to just hop in here with us real quick before I shut this down for the night?
He is. He is. He's present. Send it to him.
All right, Charlie. Click on here and join us real quick because I think we need to see your face because I don't think it'll be justifiable without being able to. All right, awesome. Click the link.
He's going to join.
If you're gonna bust the what do you call what do you cut the ocean in half with?
Red Sea.
That's with a seesaw.
We don't.
I like that one.
Oh my Lord. Lead cut.
Hey, what's he?
What's up, Ledka? Thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
You're catching the very end of this, but this
StreamYard.
might be probably
Please be
this
clicking that.
would be a funny part here. I'm gonna see if I can't stump Charlie here real quick or get Charlie to laugh.
Charlie, click the link. You know you want to. Go ahead and do it. Take the good pressure.
And it probably takes him a little bit to go through, set up all the stuff.
So you all are in Pennsylvania though, right?
Charlie's in New Jersey. Him and Kai from Lucas Landon are in New Jersey, but that's still only, I don't know, 2.5 hours away, maybe something like that.
That's not far at all.
No, we're all like in a nice little swoop type of deal. We're not far at all.
That's true.
Where are you at, Charlie? Where are you at? Do I need to?
That's a good question. Heck, I don't know.
Maybe I gotta send the link. Charlie, do you want me to send the link in our group chat? Would that be easier? Oh, wait.
Nope.
There he is.
Charlie.
I didn't have the computer set up, couldn't get on in time, so I just said, let me see if I can jump on through the phone. I don't
Through the phone. Apparently it worked.
StreamYard before.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Charlie, are
All right,
you
what do we got?
excited about tomorrow?
Oh, you have no idea. I am pacing the floor over here, Angie. I don't know.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What do we got?
All right. Prepare yourself. All right. Probably this. I'm surprised when you guys didn't use this one during the thing. Now, I did think of this myself. I'm sure it's probably not the first time somebody thought of this, but I did think of this myself, so I didn't copy anything, just so everybody knows. So, oh wait, how did it go?
It's great having you on here, Charlie.
Charlie's
What's
used to
going
this.
on? Good to
Jeremy.
see you guys.
He talks to me every Friday. He's used
I do.
to it.
What happens when you step on a snake?
What happens when you step on a snake?
It gets pissed off.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Stop.
I approve.
I
like it.
I hope you tell Reagan that joke so she
I will. The only problem is when Reagan goes around repeating it.
I was
We have
gonna say
hey,
she's gonna
not at
repeat it.
school, not at school. That's
That'd be
in the
awesome.
house joke. We have in the house words and in the house jokes.
That's a house joke, sweetheart.
Stuff that's not for public.
God.
After you had that thing with Adam, it's like, you know what? It's like I really started thinking about it. It's like, okay, I came up with that one. It's like I gotta run that past Charlie at some point so I can see his face. Like
Adam DM'd me a good one today, but it's not for public. It's not as bad as Kai's that he dropped after the show though in the back room, which was surprising.
You'll have to share.
But yeah,
Charlie, get your sleep gear up because
all right.
I heard Juicy G got her hair did for you.
I heard that too. Oh man,
Got her hair all did.
Juicy G, man. We're gonna have a restraining order by the end of tomorrow night.
Yeah,
I don't think people understand.
I know. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be epic. And we are you get to meet the entire Rafus clan in Arlington. I am so excited for you to come.
Me too. I can't wait. I'm so pumped. Now that everything's booked and the hotel room and all, I cannot wait.
It's going to be so much fun. And you're expected at Earl's too, right?
Hey, perfect. Even better.
Because
I'm honored.
You belong to the posse.
Awesome. Again, as long as I'm not riding the minivan with Jeff Erica, and I will not refer to her by her stage name.
Yeah, Jeff.
My stage name.
Jeff Erica drives a BMW SUV. We rented a minivan for this party.
John's asking about your carpets in the chat.
Yeah, John,
No, you'll hear about that on the video.
Yeah, that's gonna be another video, but
yes.
Yeah, I've got the 2 carpets there. Xena, which that's a sore topic. Charlie knows all about that from the group chat, but Xena isn't a female apparently, like she was supposed to be.
Oh no.
Xena pulled a juicy G on me, and she's really
No.
And I've got Lagatha, which I probed her. I tried popping her. I've done every method possible, and she comes out female every time. So we're gonna see how that whole thing goes with those 2. Yeah, my other option is to send Xena down to Chris at BNS and see if he can pair up with his beautiful jungle that he has.
John's got some carpets, and then yesterday at Oaks, we actually stopped and looked at some on somebody's table. I can't remember whose table it was, but man,
Scattershot?
They were pretty. I don't know. Maybe if John's still in there, he can comment on because I don't even remember what the genetics were either. Like a aggro jungle something. I don't know. I'm making stuff up, but they were really pretty,
you
super
guys
bright.
saw some nice stuff.
It's probably Scattershot, Mike. They're from Scattershot.
Okay.
With his ocelot jungle stuff.
I think they were ocelot
tags and stuff like that. And that's where, I don't know if you how much of the John saying Scattershot, when I was vending Oaks last time, Scattershot was like directly across from me.
Okay.
So all I did all day was drool over these freaking carpets. It's like, this is like just a cruel joke. It's like I'm making all this money, and right there's like one of the next snakes I want to get, and I had to control myself to not get it. And here I should have indulged.
Yeah, Danny was killing me yesterday on that because we were just talking about. I'm going down to Arlington, so I'm trying to keep the spending down this month, so I have some more in the budget for next month for Arlington. And Danny's like, "Oh, you want one of these, and you want." That's what I said. I thought you were a gecko.
You're not helping, is he?
What are you doing trying to sell me ball pythons?
Yeah, Danny doesn't help out much when you're trying to save money. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like there was
I spend everybody else's money the best.
Tell him you need to shut up.
He had some I wanted, and he goes, just take it home. He goes, we'll figure something out. I'm just like, dude, no, we're not going to play this game. It's like, John says, Mike Street, dude, come herping in New Jersey Pine Barrens over the summer.
Awesome.
So that'd be cool. One of these days I do want to go herping. That's something I've never done yet. But I'm definitely gonna hit Mike up from Scattershot. I actually wanted to come on the live stream. I talked to him at the last Oaks, and he had said that he would. It's just a matter of picking the right day. But he's gonna be on the live stream at some point this year. But that's where my next female is gonna be coming from, is his stuff. So really, really excited about that. But I've got some steps I got to take before I can do that. So we'll see. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Awesome.
I mean,
great show, guys. Glad I could
you have a new human, right?
Hey, thanks for hopping in here, Charlie. I appreciate you going through all that just for one stupid dad joke.
Oh, it was awesome. It was worth it.
worth every penny.
All right, I'm gonna drop, guys. Thanks again. Great show.
The shit show.
All right, see you, Charlie.
Angie, we're gonna talk about that.
We are. It's gonna be a party.
Man. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Night, dude.
See you, Charlie. All right. Where's old nerd? Oh, nice. Awesome, John. Well, let me know, dude, when you guys do that, and maybe I'll see if I can't join in or if I can make it work and hop in with you. But anyway, I know I've said this like 45 minutes ago. Seems like ADD is catching tonight.
It's a little
It
addictive.
happens.
It's too easy to keep talking. That's the problem about when you're with good friends. It's hard to just stop.
Oh yeah.
But we've got to stop now. We've got to stop. So everybody, check out this week's video. Make sure you guys check out Mom Juice Monday with Angie and Angie, because they've got Charlie on plus a special guest. And Mom Juice Monday is definitely a fun, laid back. It's just a fun show. Definitely make sure you check it out and support them. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for me as well.
Absolutely.
Jim, Angie, what's that?
Absolutely.
She said absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. And you guys just stay here 1 second while we close this out. But everybody, I appreciate all the support. I really mean that. It means the world to me.
Thank you, everybody.
So I'll get you guys later, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yep. See you, everybody.